What? Why? Oh, yeah.
Woosah, motherfucker.
Ho! You shall not pass.
Since the last time we spoke, I started fucking Dexter.
Did he know?
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom.
Dicks and cunts.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the attack of the 50-foot nerds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live recording of the Attack of the 54 Nerds. Make some noise!
Thanks, Mum. Okay, yes, this is episode 89 of the Attack of the 54 Nerds podcast. My name is Mike Bell, and joining me once again, only two of the nerds, because Amara couldn't be asked. Let's start on the right.
As usual.
Oh, that caught me off guard. Hi, my name's Doug.
Hello, Doug.
Hiya.
Hello, cunt.
Oh, hello, cunt.
And off to my left is another cunt.
I'm a what?
Dick.
No, that's...
And if you're not on Patreon, you're not going to understand any of those.
That's who I was hanging around with last
Dick.
Saturday.
Paul was hanging around with dicks all day Saturday.
Yes, it's Paul.
It is Paul. Okay.
It is Paul.
Yeah, and this is, as I mentioned, episode 89 of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast, my and Mar's favourite podcast about comedy, pop culture nonsense. So last time we were here was on, I believe, the 10th of August, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah. So it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been just under a month. So what have we done, guys?
Well, I'll go first because mine's always dead boring because I own a geek retreat. So that's all that we've done. But we've had all kinds of new drops and getting old stock back in again, and it's been nice. The summer holidays are never really like busy for us. Do you know what I mean?
Like, raw.
Yeah, well, that's what people assume, because they assume that this place is like just for kids. It really isn't. So the kids and stuff, people go on holiday.
To stop myself saying something then.
Yeah, people go on holiday, and you know, in Warrington, if the weather's nice, we're either at Walton Gardens or a beach in the North Wales. That's it. Single time. Every single time. I don't know what
That's
that
the
noise
other speaker gone now.
I don't know what that noise was.
What?
Yeah, so we've got stock on the shelves. We're good. We're back to normal again after a couple of rubbish months. But yeah, cool.
Has anything particularly interesting dropped this last month?
Well, we've got Bloomborough, which is Magic the Gathering. It's been really successful. It's been really good. We finally got more stock in as well. That one is more. It's like Lord of the Rings meets Animals of Farthingwood.
Oh, really?
Oh, so
okay.
it's like little cute mice that are gonna fucking destroy you.
Redwall. Have you never heard of Redwall?
No.
Yeah, I never actually read it, although I got given a copy when I was like in my teens, and that's basically a fantasy novel with anthropomorphic animals.
Very cool.
Redwall.
Well, the next one, which you're going to see up on the screen in a bit, is Dustborn. Now, Dustborn is going to be on the 20th of this month is the drop, and it's horror-based.
We were talking about this before.
Oh, my God, I'm so excited. Now, they've got... I was like, me and Mike were talking about this before, so there's a card called Would You Like to Play a Game? So you know what it's based on, but it's not... You know, they've not got the licensing, so it's not a picture of Jigsaw, but it's that kind of vibe. So there's... The bundle box that comes in an old-fashioned looking TV.
It's not Jigsaw, it's interlocking puzzle pieces, man.
His bike's got two wheels, he's fine. It's like keep the copyright. It's not a trike, that.
Would you like to play with me?
Yeah. Would you like to play a
Let's
game?
be friends. Yes.
Yeah. So the box that it comes in is an old-fashioned TV with white noise on the front of it.
Oh,
and,
cool.
I can't wait. I'm gonna get my hands on one of them.
That's
I can't
cool,
wait. I'm not looking to. Yeah, I'm not looking to build anything from this set, but I am looking for a lot of cards.
I keep watching the screen.
Yeah, I'm looking for a lot of cards that will go into
does that look like
my
the Mandarin?
many decks, because I have a deck building problem. It's official
Fair
now.
enough.
So back in January, I had.
Want to hire a carpenter, mate? They'll sort that out for you.
I had in January a bit of a crisis. I was like, I'm burnt out from building decks. I had 19 decks.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna stop. So I took some of the decks and I took them apart, And then I used those, and then when I started building again, I started using them old decks to like make bigger, better, stronger things. And about 5 days ago, same again happened. I'm burnt out. I can't build any more decks. I've got fucking 19 again.
That seems to be your
It
cut-off
seems
point,
to be,
doesn't it?
yeah. It seems to be once I get to 19 decks, I'm done. But yeah, but then
How many magic decks does Paul Hardcastle have?
Paul, I
Yeah,
think someone's
so-
ringing you, mate.
that's what we've done. That's what we're doing next. We've got a Star Wars Store Championships coming at the end of the month as well, on the same day that the Star Wars, the Dustborn event's on as well. So yeah, so it should be a really busy month.
Busy.
Busy. What have you done?
Yeah.
What have I done? So
Where have you been, you cunt?
last weekend, I was in Derby doing my
Who's
now-
Derby?
I was about to say something I thought I really want. No,
He
don't
got
say
there
that.
first.
That gives things away. Yep.
Anyway, so it was my annual trip to Derby for the Hooverville convention, run by the Hoovers of Derby.
Robin Dick.
Henry, Robert Dyson.
Anyway, it's a great one-day convention run by the Hoovers fan group in Derby at the Derby Quad. Steve Hatcher.
Steve Hatcher.
Yeah,
that's
I was going to mention Steve and Andrew Mark Thompson at the end. I mean, so much love to them, especially for putting up with me, whose basic only skill that I bring to the event is that I can't shut up.
Yep.
And
Skills like this that make them the perfect interviews.
Letting Joshua tag along and he's become as much an integral part
It's
of the
become
team
literally a
as,
family business between you two now, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
it
With terms of people who you look after.
Yeah. I mean, no. So, but yeah, it was really. So I was interviewing Katie Manning and Wendy Padbury, and the original plan was that I was going to be doing a panel with the two of them, and then there was another interview I was going to be doing. For reasons, one of the other guests dropped out. Maureen O'Brien was not able to attend.
Okay.
Yeah. Because she couldn't find somebody to look after her cat.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, that was my reaction also.
All right.
As soon as Steve told me, my reaction was her cat. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we
I think Maureen O'Brien's pussy is really, high on
It's
list.
kind of
priorities.
important by the sound of it. And he's looking after like constantly.
What wasn't clear at the time and became clear later
Don't
is
take your eye off it.
this is an ill animal and she could not find somebody to look after it while
You've
she
really
was
got to
away.
look after
But-
her pussy then.
Yeah. Nobody likes a sick person.
No, it's sick pussy. Anyway, so alternate guest was brought in, was paired up with my other guest.
Ironically, it was Mrs. Slocum off Are You Being
So funnily enough, so they decided, right, you're still interviewing Wendy Padbury and Katie Manning, but you're going to do it as two separate interviews. Great! Especially if you know quite how crazy Katie
is.
Manning is.
Yes.
And oh my God, it's like
Bag of sick cats.
bag of sick cats. yeah.
Like wrangling a bag of sick.
Oh,
Let's
absolutely.
go.
You know what? She is my new favourite person in
Sorry,
all
Kath.
of Doctor Who.
Oh.
In all of
right.
Doctor Who. Because
Divorce!
divorce. She is just she's just one of these people who is so lovely. I don't know where she gets that energy from, given that she's in her mid-70s now, and she's still
She's barking. She's
utterly
barking, man.
barking mad.
But she's dead normal, like a 70-year-old.
Oh, no, she
woman,
really
surely.
fucking is.
But
No,
then
it's-
the moment she's like being interviewed, the moment she's in the spotlight, it's like that reminder
No.
of being.
No, she's always like
mental.
this. She's permanently
Look,
like this.
I love
it's-
her to death, but she's absolutely mental.
we talked about this, in the
Oh,
interview
here's your thing, isn't it?
and what have you about it's like why is Katie the way Katie is and why she became a performer and this, that, and the other.
Coke is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, we managed to do a 50-minute interview at a Doctor Who convention and barely mentioned Doctor Who once.
Sounds about right.
It was really good. Worth mentioning that the interviews I did are on YouTube. If you just search Hooverville with a W, 15, and then either Katie Manning or Wendy Padbury, if you are so interested, you can have a look. Worth winding back to what we call Hooverville Eve, the Friday night. So when we get there, we tend to do all our sort of beer drinking on the night before the convention because it's a one-day.
Oh, so you're nice and fresh for the day.
Yeah.
And so we get there and we meet up with friends we haven't seen for a year and this, that, and the other, and then we get together in the bar of the Quad, the venue. And sometimes it's just a quiz that somebody's thrown together. But on this occasion, we had some special entertainment.
An orgy.
Keys in a bowl.
Yeah.
It's a group of very talented guys who call themselves We Sound Familiar. Now, one of them I'd already met.
Hello, son, it's me, your dad.
Because it's Jonathan Carley. Who plays the what? It's Big Finish's War Doctor.
Yeah.
Elliot Crossley, Pete Walsh, and Chris Walker Thompson.
Elliot Crossley almost played the 10th Doctor for me in the 10th Doctor's audio thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Elliot's very good.
He's very good, isn't he?
I regret not having him record him doing the 10th Doctor saying
brilliant.
Fucking spabies.
Yeah,
but what they did
like 15 years ago I tried to do that.
And that's but they all do a lot of very good impersonations of Doctor Who characters.
Yeah.
And so they did a bit of improv for like half an hour, and then they did a quiz, but they'd read out questions in character and stuff like that. And at one point, Elliot asked a question about space babies. So I immediately yelled out, "Spabies!" And he's like, "Did somebody say spabies?" And he's like, "Yep. It's a thing." And so when we were saying goodbye at the end of Saturdays, it's like me and Joshua and Jonathan and Elliot, and I was saying to him, "Remember, spabies," and he's like, "Oh, fucking spabies."
Fucking spabies.
He's very good. Joshua's been in an audio thing with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they
okay.
kind of vaguely knew each other
Yeah.
online already as well. Joshua, as I was saying, he's an integral part of their team now, so he's been chaperoning people. This year, he was chaperoning Sadie Miller and Daisy Ashcroft. Now, again, big Finnish connection there, because they play Sarah Jane Smith and Liz Shaw, who were the characters played by their respective mothers in the TV show. The really weird bit for me is that the last time I saw Sadie was 30 years ago, and I was babysitting her at a convention.
Yeah.
Her mum basically paid me in beer. I showed.
Here, drink alcohol and look after my child.
Yeah,
there you go, lad.
I took the photos.
Go with this man, young.
I took the
Sadie.
photos, and Sadie and I looked over them, and she thought, "Oh my God, I look like a cushion." Because of the dress she was wearing, so it's funny that her babysitter this weekend was Joshua. Yeah, so keeping it very much in the family there. Lots of lovely guests. As usual, took a massive pile of books because I've got the complete set of that Doctor Who, the complete history that Panini did.
It's on your shelf as soon as you walk in the front door.
Well, they're really good books to get signed by people.
Okay.
So
I never thought about that.
So I'll just take a particular, the volume with a particular story, and I'll get them to
keep the microphone close to your mouth. Yeah, that's pretty much the level of competency we expect from you.
Yeah. So it's like
You don't think we've been doing this for 2 years and he still does that? You know what I mean? What's going on?
You finished?
Go on.
Okay, so yeah, so it's like I'll
It's like someone shouted that through a wall to me the other week.
just a minute. Shut up! We're trying to sleep. It's only 9:30.
I know. For more information on that Patreon, go to patreon.com.
No. Go to onlyfans.com. So I'll take the volume and get them to sign the page of artwork for the introduction to that particular story. Got some great ones. So Graham Harper, you remember him?
He's lovely, and
yeah. So he was there, and I said hi, and it's like we did a panel together.
Yeah.
The replacement guest was who he got paired with because it's Trevor Cooper.
I don't know that.
Revelation of the Dark.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he's Star Cops. He was in as well.
Yeah.
Dominic Glynn was there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got him to sign the book that I got Michael Jaston to sign last year. So I've got the composer and the Valiard now on that Trial of a Time Lord. Carol Ann Ford was
she there?
Was there. Yeah.
Bet you were getting a lot of questions. Why weren't you in the last series? I fucking know.
You know what? Because I'm busy with when I'm not interviewing, I'm now considered one of these people who knows what's going on. Therefore, if a question comes up, I have to be seen to be asked about it.
Yeah.
So I just have to sort of orbit the building constantly. So I didn't really get to see any panels otherwise.
Humble brag.
Yeah.
Bit of a flex there. I like that.
Have you seen the covers for? There's like a Bernice Summerfield story, and that's Susan's War, the Big Finish you put on.
Yeah.
They're basically the same fucking cover. It's Susan right in the middle of A1, Benny's right in the middle of A1. Both of them wearing red with two faces flanked either side. It looks like basically the before and after photos is what it looks like. It's really weird.
To be fair, there is a bit of a formula to the way you would construct.
Of course, but like
these
they
images.
literally look exactly the same.
Joshua does it for fun, and he does exactly the same thing.
Yeah, but like they're wearing the same clothes and everything. It's very strange.
Tommy Knight, who
was Luke Smith
from the Sarah Jane Adventures. So that
he
was
did Stitches, the Killer Clown movie with Ross Noble.
Yeah, and I mean he was in Waterloo Road.
Other things.
Yes, but he's not acting now.
Is he not?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's retired from acting. But
retired. The kid's like 23.
Late 20s now.
Oh, sorry, 27 then.
Yeah, but no, it's funny because I went and got my book signed, and I'm saying to him, do you remember, back when you were doing Sarah Jane,
you came to Liverpool for the thing,
yeah.
They showed episodes of the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yeah, they did
David
a special screening of the wedding of Sarah Jane Smith
I went
and
to
a
Q&A,
and
we were there at the same time and never met each other. It's just before I knew him.
Yeah. And they were signing autographs and taking photos with the kids and that.
I had to get off afterwards.
I was telling him about the photo, and then later Joshua wanted to make a point of meeting Tommy and having a chat about, being a young actor and stuff like that.
Look how low your levels are on there, Paul.
Yeah,
compared to mine.
I'm still,
But you're like this, doing.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm really not. See,
really are. And then you do this, and you go.
No, see, I'm doing that.
You're doing it now.
No,
yeah.
I'm not. I'm really not.
You're doing it now. Yeah.
Anyway, So I say to Tommy, you remember that photo I was telling you about? That's you and Angley and my family, and Joshua was basically a squidge at the time. And I show him the photo on my phone, and then I go, and here he is. Tommy's like, fucking hell. It's like, oh wow, you've grown, and that's
as children tend to do.
That's actually what he signed on Joshua's autograph. My, how you've grown, and it's like. But he's like,
you could see faces on an audio podcast, me and Doug then.
Woo!
Oh my!
But he says to Joshua, "Look, we both have facial hair and managed to get into adulthood." That was funny. Who else was there? Philip Hinchcliffe and Roger Murray Leach, so got them to sign Ark in Space. And
it's a good thing there's not much news this month because we've got a lot to talk about in the
and Jason Quinn, the current editor of Doctor Who magazine, got to meet him as well. He's Tim's brother.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So So we said hi, and I managed to find a thing for him to sign that actually had him on it from DWM 600. So it's like
There you go.
that's what we have to get you.
It's close
signed.
enough. Get
Yes.
it signed, lad.
So that's one of the really Matt Irvin was there as a sponsored guest, so he was brought by another organisation, and he brought the real K9 from the 70s and 80s.
The real one. It's an actual robot that someone got from space.
We're sat in the quad bar, having some dinner and a drink before everything kicks off, and we see his car pull up and them getting stuff out, and there's this thing that's covered by a blanket.
School reunion. Just in the back.
Kind of. There's this thing that they get out covered by a blanket, and I'm going.
No Clark next to it.
I recognise Matt. I knew who Matt Irvin was before I was even a Doctor Who fan, because I remember him going on Saturday morning television like Swap Shop and Saturday Superstore.
Sorry, I wasn't born when they were.
Yeah, I know you weren't. Yeah. You're a going live kid.
Yeah.
Or alive and kicking.
I was going live, yeah. Say it again.
But,
it always makes me laugh when I see clips from going live on YouTube and Facebook now. It's like Sarah Green interviewing the Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, I saw one of they were seeing with Gordon the Gopher, and she's like, "Have you met Gordon?" Like, "Hey, that guy stole my wallet," and all this kind of stuff. And the Gopher's just like, and all this kind of stuff. Oh.
I always preferred Ed the Duck.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can tell what's underneath this blanket because
it was no Clark.
It's the real K9.
Because he's not allowed to be seen in public anymore.
Worth mentioning, just very briefly, about the venue. The Quad in Derby is actually experiencing certain financial difficulties at the moment. That's why we're not 100% sure whether we're doing Hooverville the same time next year at the same place, or what's going on at the moment. They've got plans for 3 events next year because they want to do another one with the novels writers,
right?
And they've just had a meeting about, well, let's say doing a day that has something to do with large endings.
Oh, okay. Yes, I see what you mean.
Which they have done previously.
Yes.
Okay, so but because of the doubts over the future of the Quad, nothing entirely is sort of set in stone right now. Fingers crossed. I mean, the new chief exec of the Quad was there on the day. Steve was saying afterwards when he messaged us all to say, his customary thanks for doing such a good job. It's like, she was there. She was really impressed. I'm feeling a lot more confident about things. Yada yada yada. But if you are sort of Derby way and are so inclined, pop into the Quad, go watch a movie, go and have a coffee. This is one of those places that could really do with additional support if you can spare it. So it's a great venue, and it would be such a shame to see it go, not just for Hooverville, but for Derby in general.
Use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it.
Absolutely,
as they say. The other thing I just want to mention, I did mention Steve and Andy before. I was just going to plug Andrew Mark Thompson's artwork. What he does is he does sort of spoof versions of famous Doctor Who related covers and that.
Right. Okay.
So, for example, you might remember back in the 60s they did things like the Dalek book.
Yes.
So on his latest stuff, he did the Meep book.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay. And he comes up with mocks up merchandise from a parallel universe.
Okay.
So it's like a very 60s style Doctor Who colouring book, but it's Ncuti Gatwa.
Oh, okay.
Who?
Who?
Shooty. God, what?
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Because you went in the main
Yeah.
Doctor Who section, I wasn't geared up for it.
And Andy did a whole book of this stuff with Telos Publishing
Yes.
last
Yeah.
year. Our friends Dave and Sam Howe.
Yep.
He does sell like postcards and packs of this stuff. If you want to have a look at it, he's on Instagram. It's Andy Drews 64. So that's ANDYDREWZ 64. Have a look at it. It's brilliant. He doesn't just do Doctor Who, so he'll come up with, some Sapphire and Steel,
Right.
the lunchbox, or stuff. I'll show it you guys
Sounds like
later.
the old episode title last month, wasn't it? It was Shrek, the lunchbox.
He's very good at what he does, and if you haven't seen it, it's worth checking out. So much love to Steve and Andy and all the Hoovers. We had a great time last weekend.
Cool. Well, realistically, I should have gone before you, because I think you've been able to say a lot more about what you've been up to than I'll be able to say about what I've been up to.
Oh yeah.
But I've been busy myself. I was away at the weekend just gone. Same weekend you were in Derby. I was down in Hereford at Home Lacey House Hotel, which is a hotel owned by the Warner Leisure Company, doing a murder mystery. So
Who done it?
Yeah, one of them.
No, who done it?
I'm not telling you. I'm not allowed to. It's a show called Silver Screen Secrets, and I got to play the character of Jesse Sterling, movie director, for the weekend, because I had to be in character all fucking weekend
You
long.
were John Hollywood all weekand.
Basically, yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, do you know
That's
what?
amazing.
Again in
Did you
October.
work in any big arm action?
No, but I'm gonna in October now, because I get to do the same show. So all weekend I've been talking like this all weekend, because I couldn't think of really what voice to give him, what accent to give him, and I was really kind of panicking on the drive down there, trying to think how should I speak. So I kind of just stuck with this. But I think next month, yes, John Hollywood here, yes. It's not John Hollywood, it's Jesse Sterling, big arm energy, yes. Tell me a movie and I'll make it for you. No, I didn't murder that man, what are you talking about at all? I think that might happen now, because I have been working on like potentially different accents to give him and stuff. So yeah, that may happen now. I don't know. But yes, so I got to the hotel just about 4 o'clock, just before 4 o'clock. And we had to be on stage at about 6:30 in character, and then remain in character for the whole weekend. Anytime we were in public facing, which was most of the time, we had to be in, we could be out of character, but any time that was in public facing, we were in character. So yes, I had to respond to the name Jesse anytime anyone spoke to me, and considering that's most of all the guests knew my name to be, like that's what I was getting called all the time. So we did Saturday, and thankfully I only had 2 lines on Saturday in like the main scripted scenes, because I just couldn't remember lines at all. Thankfully, I knew those ones. I thought I need to make sure I at least know those ones on the drive down. So I drove down, and but it was got like 3.5, 4 hour drive. It took a good while to get there, and we kept hitting traffic and stuff like that. It was a pain in the ass. So we were on stage at like 6:30 doing, character introductions. So just like little mini scenes to kind of get the gist, so that the audience knew what we were doing. So the kind of storyline is that everyone who's there that weekend is like a VIP. Think of it as like, when you pledge on Patreon for a movie or something like that, and they say, oh yeah, well you're going to be a producer on the movie. Basically, we were saying that everyone who was there was a VIP, and they were going to be seeing the trailer for this new movie called what was it called? Mystic Shadows is the name of the movie. And so I'm Jesse. This is my movie, and the movie stars Sam Archer. And we mocked up like film posters for films that he's done before and things like that. And then there's like the lead actress, and then there's Sam's manager and his PA and his personal psychic. So we're like the 6 suspects. Sam ends up getting murdered. No spoiler there, because obviously, so we know someone has to die. And then it's the 6 suspects. Oh, and his wife's there as well. Sorry, his wife. And then we have to basically. So we do the character introduction, and then we're talking to the audience about things, and they're just like, oh, you can have a nice week. I'm like, yeah, it's going to go well. It's going to be all really good, and this blah, blah, blah. And then we come back at 9 o'clock to do like the presentation of the trailer. So we show the trailer, which is nonsensical, weird sci-fi gumph on the screen there. And then Sam he wants it, because everyone is there. It's supposed to be Sam's hotel, his house, basically.
Okay.
That everyone's staying at his manor house for the weekend for this trailer, and and then he brings everyone up one by one to thank them for their work for him on the movie and this, that, and the other, and then Sam is a bit of a narcissist is the best way. I'm really struggling to like say things without spoiling anything here, but he's very much a narcissist and takes a lot of drink and drugs. And so Saturday night, he's there and he's I can tell this story actually. So so basically after we do the big presentation and stuff like that, they say to us from 9:30 onwards you can start leaving, go up to your room and things like that, because they want everyone to leave like in dribs and drabs, so that the audience kind of say, oh, he left at this time, she left at that time, blah blah blah, so they can start piecing together who they think might have done it. But Sam has to stay there until like 10 o'clock or whatever it is. And what he was doing the entire time, he was getting more and more basically
Wasted,
yeah, essentially. And what he was doing is he had little tiny little baggies in his pocket that contained flour, and also like he had ones with pills in them, but they were just like iron tablets and stuff like that, chromium tablets and things. And I went up to the bar just when I went back to my room, and I says to the barman, can I just get a pint of Coke to take up? He said, yeah. And then as he's filling my glass for me, he said, I need to talk to you actually. I was like, what? He went, I shit myself before. I was like, why? He said, well, I went to the toilet, just doing checks and that, and I looked in the sink and there's an empty bag that's had powder in it. I was like, oh no, something's gone on. So he has to go and speak to his manager and says, I think someone's been taking drugs. I found this bag. And this bar manager's like, oh shit, okay, yeah, we'll have to go and speak to the event staff and let them know what's going on. And he went back to the toilet to show him where he found it, and then there's another one in there. And he's just like, oh no. And they went to the event staff and he was like, yeah, we found an empty bag, someone's been taking drugs. And the event staff were like, no, it's part of the storyline, don't worry about it, it's okay, it's meant to be there. And I'm thinking, if you're going to do drugs this weekend, this is the time to do it, you know. But the thing is, the clientele were how can I say this politely, old bastards, mostly. There was maybe 3 people under the age of 60 there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll tell you about one of them in a minute, actually.
So they probably didn't get a lot of the movie references?
Potentially. But, like, so when you're speaking to the people, you've got to be on the ball, you know, improving it up like to death. Like, literally, the first person that I spoke to on that Saturday, they said to me, so, like, who's the producer on the movie? And I didn't know any. So I just went, oh, yeah, it's a Greek chap, Toby Slabadakis. And I was like, where the fuck did that name come from? Okay. I said, yeah, he's a nice guy. Don't ask him what happened in Barbados, though, because he won't tell you. I was like, where the fuck did that come from? So then later in the evening, I had to say to the other actor, said, if anyone asks you about the producer, is Greek and his name's Toby Slabadakis. Just stuff like that, you've got to feed everything back to people. It's weird that they you just come up with shit. Like, through the weekend, Sam and his first wife, Angela, came up. That's not written in the script anywhere. Don't know where that. One of the other actors just came up with that he's been married before to this woman called Angela. And almost at one point, she was almost a sock puppet. Don't ask that. It's a whole thing in and of itself. But yeah, so we all go back to our room, and then we all pile into one of the rooms that we've got, because there's 6 of us who are like the main suspects, and we all have to share a room. So I'm sharing this twin room with a girl called Sarah. Lovely girl. Weirdly, I know her fella in a roundabout way. He runs the movie quiz that I went to a few weeks ago. She was actually at that quiz. We were in the same room, didn't even realise it. And he does film tours of Liverpool, by the way.
Oh, nice.
So we might have to catch up with him. Gary Lunt, his name is.
Oh,
Don't know
okay.
if you know. Anyway, so I think it's like Real Tours or something like that. Little plug for him there. So there's 3 rooms with us in. So it's me and Sarah in one room. I think it's Amber and Erin are in another room, and it's Alicia and Rachel are in the 3rd room. And from Alicia and Rachel's room, you can hear the main entertainment hall. So we said, we'll be able to hear them announce the murder. So we all piled into that room, and we listen in, and there's a swing guy singing all his songs, blah, blah, blah. And then literally at the end of the song, we hear Hayley from the entertainment team come out and just goes, now, I've got some bad news for everyone. The movie star, Sam Archer, has been found. He's dead. Someone's murdered him. And all the audience are like, oh, like that. And she said, I just want to clarify to some people, this is fake. This is part of the murder mystery. Because we had some people didn't even realise there was a murder mystery going on this weekend. We had some people saying, so is this a movie premiere? I'm like, yeah. Just weren't even there for it. Like, you know what I mean? Nonkers.
This film looks shit.
Do you know what? It was completely fucking nonsensical. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I have to make out like the trailer's the best thing that I've ever seen. I actually made myself cry watching this trailer. I'm literally there, tears rolling down my face once the trailer's finished. Bonkers.
Because you're a fucking pro.
I was in it, mate. I was in it.
Fucking pro.
So on that Friday night, we stayed in that room. We all ran off lines for next day because I say none of us knew our lines. So gets up Saturday morning. Goes down for breakfast, and a lot of the girls have got like mascara down the cheeks and stuff like that because they have to pretend they've been up all night crying. Like Sarah's there, she's got all this shit down her face. And then at 10:30, we have to go to the main stage, the pavilion, what they call it, for the character lineup. So basically, so his ghost comes out, and comes out as Sam's ghost. And he's got the white suit on like Randall and Upkirk, and he says to the guests, "You can all see me, but they can't. I don't know. I was so high on Friday night, I can't remember who killed me. I need you to help me solve my murder." Here's the characters. You can ask them anything you want, and by Sunday night, we'll figure out who it was. And so then we had to go and start talking to people, and they're asking questions. So they're just like, "So you left early, didn't you?" I was like, yeah. Like, where were you? I was like, "Oh, I went up to my room." Was there anyone there who can corroborate that? No. But I was, I had to go because I had to. It's 10 o'clock, and obviously in LA it's 8 hours time difference, so it's only 2 o'clock for them. So I'm doing deals.
Did
with
any
LA
of the audience do like the Derek Acora bit with the new ghost and go, "Oh, thank you, Sam"?
we were talking about it backstage, and we were just like, "Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick." It was your mate. So we were, but on Saturday night we actually have a séance. There is a séance scene. And so anyway, so as the weekend goes on, you start learning more and more. We have like little pop-up scenes, what they call them, little tiny scenes in various places around the hotel. And then we have our main, so the little pop-up scenes, we call them clue encounters. And then we have our key evidence, which is like the main scripted scenes that you'll do like on the main stage. And I'm not going to say who, because it spoils things, but you find out that I've been having a relationship with one of the other women in the suspects. And so that's Saturday afternoon, you find that out. And then Saturday evening, we're supposed to have the seance. And so Sarah, who's playing the psychic character, she has to get possessed at some point, and all this kind of stuff goes on. And then when the scene ends, it kind of, they have the big, possession moment, and then it comes down. And she thanks everyone for coming to the seance. And in my head, I think, it needs to end on something punchier. You bring all the energy out of it by thanking everyone for coming. So I went over, and the girl who I've been having this relationship with, she's having a conversation with Danny, the director. So I went over and said, "I've had an idea. Say no if you want. But what if at the end of the seance when we stand up, because I'm sat next to this girl in the scene anyway. So what if I lean over, whisper something to her, and she turns around, slaps me in the face?" And Danny says, "That's a great idea, but do me a favour, don't tell the rest of the cast." So we go backstage and we're practicing. I'm saying, "No, hit me harder." She's like, "I don't want to." So hit me fucking harder. And then so we does the scene, everything like that. Right at the end, we both stand up, and she goes, bang, smacks me right in the face just after a whisper into the ear. And all the rest of the actors was like, "What the fuck was that supposed to? What did he do?" And I walk off through the audience. Then I'm head down, don't stop to talk to anyone. Because we said we weren't going to do any questioning.
Did you actually whisper something to her, and what did you whisper?
Oh, no, I literally just whispered, "Okay, now, slap me now." Like that.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, she found... Maybe I should have said, "So,
But of course.
slap me now, you know." But we weren't doing any interrogations after that scene, so I didn't give the audience chance to stop and ask me what had happened. And so I wanted something to leave them on to think about all night. And literally... Sunday morning, I'm going to the restaurant to get me breakfast because we weren't eating in the main restaurant with the rest of everyone. We had this, what they call the library. It's basically a room with like wallpaper.
Books in it.
No, there's no actual books in it. It's just wallpaper that looks like books. And so we were eating in there. And I'm literally nowhere of like 10 yards away from the fucking lift, walking to the restaurant. Someone's door opens and goes, "Jesse, can I just have a quick word?" And I'm like, I just want to have a sausage, mate. Can you give a minute, you know? It's like, "I just want to ask, why did such and such slap you yesterday?" I'm just like, "Well, I don't think it's any of your business why they slapped me." I was like, "Fuck off and leave me alone first, please." And then I do another scene on Sunday where, again, I'm not going to say who it's with, but I have a scene with someone where I am very inappropriate with them. And we practice that because I was very uncomfortable with it, how I have to speak to them and what I have to do with them. And yeah, I just really wanted to make sure we were on the same page as to, like, you know, the level of me touching them and stuff like that. So we rehearsed that all Sunday morning. And when we do it in the afternoon, I did that scene, and everyone fucking hated me after that scene. Like, literally, we go for our clue encounter in the afternoon. We go on, because we have clue encounters, and we also have just walk-arounds, character walk-arounds. We just wander around the hotel if people want to stop and have a chat. So, yeah, no fucker wanted to speak to me. Because they're just like...
We've all seen it, though, on telly and stuff, where you have an actor who we hate that character because they're so good at what they do.
Literally fucking hated me.
Because you're good.
Yeah, they wouldn't talk to me. Like, one person
They
came over
believe in
to
it.
speak
They
to me.
believe in what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's
You
awesome.
were a leprous.
Everyone fucking hated me, I tell you. And I was just like... And afterwards, on Sunday evening, after we revealed the killer and everything like that, people were coming over to me and they were talking and stuff like that. And I was just like, said, do you know what? I said, I'm just glad to be out of that character now. And they were like, yeah, because you've been so fucking grumpy all weekend. I know. Because, like, literally, I have to hang back and just scowl at everyone. Because, like, I'm pissed off that I'm being accused of this murder and stuff. And I have to... And, so yeah, so like all these people coming up to us after the weekend, they're just like, I said, this is me. I like to smile. I'm a friendly guy, you know. And they're just like, I've had to be so cold towards everyone all weekend. It's just nice. And yeah, I had these two older women came up to me after the fact, and they wanted to buy me a drink. And I was just like, no, you don't have to. And like, no, we want to. You did a good job this weekend. I was like, oh, thank you. So I had that. And then later, I'm on my second pint. And then, as I say, the average age of the audience was like, I'd say 70. To be honest with you, they were older. But there was a couple of younger people there, and there was this one young girl who's maybe about 30. And she comes over to us, Cockney girl. She's there with her mum. It's like a birthday present, either for her mum or from her mum. I forget what she said now. But she came over and she's talking to us. We're all just sat around the table. She said, I just want to thank you all for a great weekend and everything like that. She's like, I want to buy everyone a drink. And I've literally just got my second pint. I'm like, no, I'm okay for now. And she's just like, I'm not taking no for an answer. And I'm like, well, you are in this instance, because I don't want another one. I'm okay. And she's like, oh, okay, fine, whatever. And then she gets whatever orders for everyone else, goes to the bar, comes back, and then she stood right next to me the entire time. And I goes upstairs with the girls afterwards, and they were just like, you do realise she was like coming on to you? I'm like, was she? And they're like, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. She was like looking at you the entire time, right by your side. She was on to you. I was just like, no, I didn't even notice. And even if she had, then obviously would have been knocking down for her. But yeah, I was just like, you know, okay, kind of thing. Well, yeah. But like, because as I say,
the
it's just
ego
me.
good.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, yeah. But as I say, it's me and these 5 girls all this weekend. And as I say, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, when we finish for the evening, we just go up to one of the rooms and we just all throw our PJs in and go you know, read the lines for the next day. And, you know, that's all well and good and everything like that was fine. But they just got really comfortable around me, like they were talking about fucking periods and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, I don't really need to know all this kind of thing. And they're just like, well, we're just comfortable. It shows you we're comfortable around you. Yeah. And Sarah, who I was sharing the room with, she said to me at one point, she said, everyone thinks you're really nice. I was like, oh, that's nice. To the point where this one girl, Alicia, I have a scene with her. And then after the scene went really well, and we both go upstairs. We're just we're stood in the hall, just having a chat about the scene. And then the lift opens, and someone walks out, a guest, and we're just like that. And she runs off towards their room, and I'm like, okay. And I'm just stood there talking to this guest for a little bit. Like, she's trying to talk to me out of character. She's just like, oh, you know, have you been doing this long and everything? Like, in the movie industry, yes, I've been doing it for quite some time. But everyone kept trying to do that Friday night and other parts.
Trying to get you to break character?
No, they just wanted to speak to the actor as opposed to, like, trying to get you to break character. They wanted to speak to the actor and stuff. So we had to just try and maintain as much as possible, knowing that I could speak to them out of character on Sunday night once we were all done. Yeah. So anyway, once they fucked off wherever they were going, I went to see Alicia in a room, and she was just like, sorry, I had to run away. I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. So I'm talking to her about how the scene had gone, blah, blah, blah. And she just goes like this. She starts taking her fucking dress off in front of me, and I just went, what are you doing? Kind of just look away. And she was like, oh my God, sorry, I didn't even realise. And she like holds it up against herself and that. She's like, I'm sorry, it's because we're all just so comfortable with you. I didn't even think about it. Obviously, the girls who were sharing the rooms, they've been getting changed in front of each other all weekend. Because that's the thing, you can't have any privacy. Like, obviously, I've been getting dressed in the bathroom and things with Sarah. You know, we've kind of had to work stuff out that way. But the girls have all just been getting changed in front of each other now. And she just thinking of me as one of the girls this weekend. So I was like, okay, fine, yeah, but, you know, I'm not. So yes, but it was a fun, nice, fun weekend. Yeah. Just a really fun time, and I can't wait to do it again. I'm doing it again in October, and then I believe that's in North Wales. I'm doing that one.
Oh, so a different venue?
Yeah, different venue.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, they've got the company Alara Entertainment is who it is, by the way. Yeah, really, really great company to work for. Really had a lot of fun with them. They've got a contract with Warner Leisure Hotels, and they're doing this show This was the first time they've done it.
Okay.
And then we've got one in, I'd say, North Wales in mid-October. I want to say it's like the 11th of October or something like that. And then they've got a show, I don't know where it is, but in November. It's like 15th of November. They've got one there. And my part is going to be played by another chap called Eric. I'm not doing that one. I think they've got one more as well before the end of the year as well, but I don't know where that is. But again, I think Eric's doing that one as well.
So will you take another role, or are you not?
No, I'm not doing the other two. Okay. But the weekend, the 15th of November weekend, they've actually got, because they do the weekend events, they do single evening events as well. Mm-hmm. And they've asked me to do a single evening event up in Widnes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they've asked me to run that one to like be like the guy who talks to the audience and deals with all and everything like that.
Makes sense.
Like the main guy.
You are the best person there, so that makes sense.
Oh, thank you. But I think Erin's actually doing that one with me as well, and she's done events with them before. So personally, I would have thought it would make more sense for her to do it, but it shows that they got faith in me. So I'm happy with that. But they're all a good bunch, honestly. Really, really good. And I showed you that's just obviously just seen the photo and everything like that, the poster that they've done for it. So they're really happy with how that's gone. There's a few tweaks that we'll need to do before the next show. Like we need to tighten up the intro scene because people weren't quite sure what was going on. Because a lot of people, when you say to them it's a murder mystery, they just tend to think you'll just do like a play in front of them. Yeah. And this is fully immersive. We go up and speak to the audience, and they have to ask us questions and work out the clues and stuff.
It's not for the type of person that wants to go sit there and watch. It's for the type of person that wants to be involved.
Yeah, and we did have people who got into it. You know what I mean? Nice. We had some people who just didn't want to.
It's like when we did Time Fracture.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Yeah, I was actually telling them about that. I was saying it's like this kind of thing. Yeah. You just like go and speak to people. And Sarah, the girl who was in the room with me, she was just like, oh yes, I was speaking to Martin the other before, and we were just like, who's Martin? She's getting like on first name terms with all the guests and everything like that. And I'm deliberately not doing that because obviously I want to maintain a barrier between me and them, want to be kind of aloof. But her character would get really up close and friendly with them. Sunday, it starts raining in the afternoon, and you can hear thunder and stuff like that. So she's outside. She's running around in the rain. There's people with these like glass igloo things. They're all sitting in there watching her run about in the rain and stuff like that. That's just what her character would do. She's rolling around on the grass and stuff. And she turns up to the room later, and I let her in because she didn't take her card with her. And I said, "Are you fucking drenched?" And she was just like, "Just been rolling around on the grass in the rain." I was like, "Okay, fair enough." And then just thought nothing of it because that's the kind of thing she would do. But yeah, bonkers. She's absolutely mental. She's funny though. But yeah, I had a whale of a time.
Proud of you, man. That sounds awesome. Nice. I mean, staying in character for a whole weekend, it can't be easy.
It's not.
And
someone was following me around the restaurant Saturday morning when we're getting our breakfast. Someone's literally following me around, and my name. Who was it who told me? I think it was Amber told me about it. And I thought, well, it's probably just a guy who's going to the breakfast bar to get his own things. And she's like, no, he's literally eyeballing you, watching what you're doing. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. That's what they would do, though. They would literally watch your every movement as you walk around. And
this is the participants?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just the people who pay to be there. And I think it was like 350 quid per person or something like that. So it's not cheap. But then you got to remember, it's not just the entertainment. Yeah, they've got the rooms, they've got the food and everything like that. There's other things that you can do on site.
If you was to add it all together, it'd be...
There's like archery and bowls and all kinds of... There's loads of stuff that you can do. So yeah, there's plenty of things that you can do. But it's a good crack. Like, and I say, they got the entertainment and stuff like that. The entertainment staff are great. They're really good. I was talking to Hayley, who's the head of the entertainment team there. She actually has a cottage on site that she lives in. So her job has built-in accommodation and stuff like that. It's
in a cottage.
Yeah, on site. It's mad. She said for the first couple of years, she basically just had a room. I mean,
I'm posh around here because my council house is a semi-detached.
I've
got a driveway in front of my council house.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, we've been talking about nothing for an hour. So that's fine. So shall we do an actual show now?
About 50 minutes, 50 not minutes. Including Patreon.
Yes, exactly. So shall we actually go into the meat and potatoes of the show then?
Probably sure.
It's a good thing that it was a fairly quiet news month. So let's see. Speaking of news then, let's start the news with the news section.
You want news? We got news. It's time for the 50-foot news.
There we go. I was trying to open my bottle of water while that was going on, but it didn't work.
You
failed! Open that for me while I'm talking. Okay. Right. Okay. I didn't really... I mean, I should probably put these news stories in a better order, but it is what it is. I didn't have time last night. So we're going to start with Marvel. Okay. Marvel have been riding high on the box office success of Deadpool and Wolverine, which has beaten off all comers, including the Crow remake.
Beating off all comers. Beating off all comers.
It's almost as if
Bounce
I
chicka,
wrote
wah,
it
wah.
specifically like that, isn't it?
Love
And
it.
you complain about me hanging
Love
out
it.
with, dicks and cunts.
Okay, I'm just going to let that one
Sounds
hang.
like a
Yeah.
really bad solicitor company. That day.
Yeah.
Had an accident. Dicks and cunts.
Well, I've been watching. The Increasingly Poor Decisions to Target Market again recently, and in that his assistant says to him, he's looking for a law firm, and he says, "Oh yeah, look, you want to look up young and not legal." And he says, "Oh, these must be good. They want a credit card for me to even look at the website." So anyway, yeah, the Crow remake that was apparently fucking abysmal to the point where even the director was just like, "No, don't like that." The actor even said, the man from It, he's just like, "Yeah, I don't like the third act of the movie and everything like that."
Baby
It's
Skarsgård.
dreadful. Yeah, and the Borderlands movie, which went to cinemas and left cinemas to streaming in less than 3 weeks. Oh god. So it's beaten off all comers their way, eh? And since then, Marvel have also announced Robert Downey Jr. back as Doctor Doom this time around, and Fantastic Four started filming. I sent you a picture, but I was actually wrong. I thought at first the set photos had come out showing that the Thing is on set, and we thought it was a practical costume. It's not. It's actually just a special effects reference because. Eben Moss-Backrack, he's been seen on set wearing the old Mark Ruffalo CGI
Ping
paint
pong
on
The green ping pong ball.
Yeah, the stuff that looks
vest.
like it's got QR codes all over it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, he's been seen on that. So they've got that going, and things seem to be looking up for Marvel right now. But they need to make a decision on certain things because what about Blade? I hear you cry.
What about Blade?
Thank you. It's like a panto, this, isn't it? Well, it seems that time may be up.
it isn't.
Shut your face. Time may be up for the Daywalker, as Kevin Feige and the other execs are due to decide whether or not to scrap the project altogether, along with Armor Wars, the Rhodey War Machine movie that actually began life as a Disney Plus TV show, never got started, and then he said, "No, we'll do that as a movie instead." And we've heard nothing about it since they said that in 2022.
They need to do that. They need to do that run where Frank Castle gets the suit and puts the Punisher sign on the front of it.
That would be good.
I love that comic so much.
Good. But yeah, it may be the fact that they just cut their losses on all this now. Because I saw a report the other day that said that because of all these delays and things not going well, that they're going to probably put off Midnight Suns and all the supernatural side of things until after Secret Wars. So at which point I think Mahershala Ali's not going to want to wait around because it's going to be like 2027 before we get to there anyway.
Yeah.
He got announced as Blade in like 2019 or something. It's a long time.
If
He's not
they do
going to
it,
wait
I mean,
years.
it's not very fair on Mahershala Ali, but they can get another actor to do it.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong.
We don't really. I'm indifferent. I really am. Whether he does it
not
or he
asked.
doesn't do it.
I'm
I
not
think he's
asked
a
about new Blade
wonderful
movie.
actor, and I think he plays a
Well,
brilliant villain. But
the thing was that it was Marvel basically went to Mahershala Ali and
No,
basically
he came to them and said, "I want to play Blade."
Oh, okay, there you go. So it's like, hi, I see this. It's my Oscar. You want to be in business with me, don't you? And they went.
Well, to be fair, he'd already been in business with them because he did Luke Cage, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
So, I mean, we mentioned them before, but haha, John Hollywood here. Pitch me a fucking Blade movie that gets made.
My immediate thought is, I always felt that
I have
when they were doing Daredevil, I liked the idea somebody had come up with of doing it as a 70s period piece.
It was actually your man who ended up making Captain America. The guy did the Rocketeer. I think it was him. Joe Johnston. I think he had that.
Yeah.
There's a sizzle reel for like a 70s Daredevil movie somewhere.
Well, I think they should do. Basically, they should go back to the source material. They should go back to Tomb of Dracula. So don't do a Blade movie. Do Tomb of Dracula, Marvel's Tomb of Dracula, and do it as a 70s period blaxploitation movie.
That's one of the things that I actually rumours I read about
because Blade was basically Shaft, but with
one of the rumours I read about it is the part of it was going to be set as like a period piece, and then it was going to move forward to the present day because I think they were going to. I think potentially Mia Goth's character, who's supposed to be the villain in the movie, was supposed to be daughter of Dracula. I think that's what they were going to do. I think she was going to be Lilith in that.
when I was much younger, man, and I've never done this with any other any other thing that I've ever watched. I actually wrote a story.
Oh.
And it was a Blade story.
You
really?
wrote fan fiction.
I wrote fan fiction, and it was of Blade.
You are definitely one of us.
Thank you, sir. And it goes that the Vampire Federation are getting sick to death of the Daywalker, and they try to make their own Daywalker.
Oh, okay.
So they go to maternity wards and start biting women that are in labour.
Ah, that's
the same way it happened to him.
Yeah.
And they get one that's successful. Twist, she has twins.
Oh.
So he's up against these two Hispanic dudes. Many years later, they've been trained within an inch of their life.
Right.
They know everything. They've seen every video that he's ever been captured in. They know all his style and everything. And yeah, I wrote that.
That actually works. That actually sounds like a really good idea.
But the
Fuck
name
you,
of
Paul.
them,
I'm going with that one.
the name of them was really cheesy.
Go on.
Because it was Muerte Casa, which is murder house in
Yeah.
Spanish. Because that's the only Spanish words I knew that I could put together was Muerte Casa. And they have, because it was the 90s when I wrote it, they had 90s tribal tattoos down one arm.
Of course.
But the other guy had it down the other arm.
Oh, of course. You got to be able to tell them apart.
Obviously, that's how you talk. That's how you took them apart. And then in the final battle, they are getting the upper hand on him in some sort of factory, because obviously it's
Of
the
course,
90s.
yeah.
And he manages to swing his blade around, do a spinning kick where he severs both of their heads.
Right.
Heads come off, jump, hit, and land on the other person's body.
Nice.
90s-tastic. Yeah, and I wrote that. Yeah, Blade.
What you would need to do
Multicasa.
is, instead of it being a factory at the end, it needs to be on like some kind of ski resort or something like that, so we can say at the end some motherfuckers always trying to
ice skate uphill.
There you go. There we go. I like it. Let's do that.
You know.
I see the twins as being like, those albino twins from the Matrix.
It
I
was
think it'd
around
be
about
like
that time.
Yeah.
But I don't know what made me go Hispanic with them, because I
why
wasn't
not?
seeing
Why
a
not?
lot of it,
Yeah.
to be
Why
fair.
not? Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
I don't know if you kind of follow where Marvel are as in the comics at the moment, but the big summer crossover this year, Blade was the villain.
Nice.
He was the villain.
Nice.
Blood Hunt was actually quite a good storyline. So.
Well, we're going
interesting to see where
jump
that
over
goes.
to DC then, okay? And the road to the DCU is officially here, because DC Studios have announced that Creature Commandos, the first installment in the DCU, will premiere on Max on December the 5th. One episode a week all the way through. I think there's like 7 episodes or something like that, so it takes them to January. Don't know when or where we're getting it in the UK. Probably be on
Probably
Sky.
on Sky.
Yep. And with interconnectedness at play, we know that Frank Grillo, who was Crossbones in the Marvel, he will play Rick Flag Sr. in the show. And he's also going to be in Superman as well, the movie.
Okay.
We also know now that he's going to appear in Season 2 of Peacemaker as well.
Oh.
Okay. And the interconnectivity doesn't stop there, as Scooper Grace Randolph has suggested the Flags team in the movies and the shows and everything like that will be funded by Lex Luthor. And apparently Nicholas Hoult may have filmed a scene or two for Peacemaker.
All right.
So obviously he's playing Lex Luthor.
I'm looking
in the
forward
movies.
to his Lex.
Has anybody seen Nicholas Hoult recently?
He's bald.
He is bald at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems to.
Yeah, it's very much the opposite of Beast in that respect. Yeah. Now, we don't know when Peacemaker Season 2 is going to come out, whether it'll be before or after Superman. But it's potential we could have Lex Luthor debut on the small screen rather than on the big screen locking horns with David
That'd be
Cornsweet.
interesting.
No, I was saying I actually watched David Cornsweet in Pale recently. I watched that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned that.
Well, we were saying
month or
last
not.
month we'd just seen him in Twisters.
Yeah, well, saying about Twisters. Doug wants to mention something about Twisters. You want to do that now or do you want
I
to do that
watched
later?
Twisters. What did you think of Twisters, guy? It was fucking brilliant, apparently.
It's one of my favourite ice creams.
It is my favourite ice cream. It's insane. I am calling it Murica, the movie.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, spoilers,
I just call it Wind.
but it was... It was just so in your face. Yeehaw, let's go, hoorah, all of those things, to the point where
Freedom fries and
there's
armadillos.
a fucking tornado at a rodeo.
Of course.
Just after.
There was a tornado a fucking drive-in movie in the first one, mate.
It's just so... I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a shite film, but it was a bit of a spoof on science. There was one thing in it that made me go, oh, actually, I've actually seen that in the documentary. That bit's real. Which is when there's a bit of fire and he goes in it, you know what I mean? I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
Oh, okay. Good.
Fire.
Thank God.
But yeah, oh God, it was...
Thank God you didn't
I wasn't-
spoil that movie about tornadoes.
I don't... I honestly don't think that anybody's winning anything for their acting. I am not an actor. He is.
Cut to the Academy Awards.
I am not an actor, so I don't expect them to tell me I'll do my job. But there wasn't very many memorable scenes that didn't involve the windy bits.
The windy bits.
The windy bits. Because I've watched quite a bit since we last saw each other, and the other one that I watched, which was just absolutely took me right back, was the latest installment of Bad Boys. Do you not feel like Do you not feel like that we're going a little bit fast and furious with this franchise?
Mm-hmm.
Because the first film was two dudes in a fast car.
Yeah,
and that's
two
all I
brothers in a
needed.
van.
That's all I needed. The opening scenes were about the car.
Let's start jamming you,
Boys,
Michael
yeah,
Vincent.
Yeah,
What
and it
you
was
gonna do?
great. And the second one was everything I wanted from a Bad Boys film with a little bit of extra I didn't know I needed. Like the slow motion, two bullets following the bullet, that kind of thing. I live for that. It's amazing. It's pure action. But these last two have just been really weird. They are exactly the same characters. Or give Martin Lawrence and Will Smith that. They have gone straight back to being
Either of them too old for this shit at this
not
point?
yet.
Okay.
They look it. Martin,
Because let's face it, Murtaugh was younger than they are when he was doing Lethal Weapon.
Martin Lawrence looks like the guy who ate Martin Lawrence from
Oh.
the first film now.
Big Mama.
He's Big Mama now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, shit, yeah, you just ruined it for me completely. He's literally just missing
Well,
the
young
wig.
Will Smith, come to my house.
Holy shit, yeah. He just looks like he's missing the wig. Oh, my God.
There you go.
I forgot about that film because it was shite.
Yeah.
You know, one of the bits I liked from Ride or Die is that they built up Martin Lawrence's character's son-in-law, and they gave him a whole action
That's
sequence.
his movie, that.
That is awesome.
So the whole Reggie bit.
This is
Reggie,
all just like
so you
this for
remember
me.
Reggie in the second film?
Vaguely.
Reggie.
It's been a long time.
I mean, he
since
was
watched
like a teen.
He's coming to date the daughter.
Right.
And
Okay. They say it's just Lethal Weapon at this point.
And they're basically saying that like Will Smith just come out of prison and blah blah blah, and they're like just giving him shit.
I really need to catch up on these fucking
Yeah,
movies.
you do.
They're giving him shit, and
Okay.
he's very much. Yeah, sorry, sir. Okay, sir. I'm very sorry, sir.
Will
Okay.
Smith.
No, Reggie.
Oh, right, okay. I was
But
gonna say.
now, years and years later, he's married to him. He's got kids with him, and they're like, Reggie, you need
And,
to.
and,
Will
he,
Smith's married to Reggie?
and he's a
what?
fucking Marine.
He's a Marine, so they're like, Reggie, go get a job. I'm a U.S. Marine, sir.
All right.
And they're all out of the
I
house.
really need to. I'm gonna have to start these movies in the
They're
beginning
all
just to get
out
in.
of the house.
Right. Does he sit on the
Reggie's
toilet and there's a
home.
bomb? What?
No, Reggie's at home.
I might get my movies confused.
With the family, with the kids, and basically there's cameras set up in the house, much like Ring, so it's not like they've sorted it out and made it look all. It's like
right.
Ring
Okay.
doorbells all over. the
Okay,
house.
so it's not like Paranormal Activity kind of
And
situation.
basically, Will Smith's character rings them up and says, "Reggie, somebody's coming. Get everybody out of the house."
Right.
And he is literally, "Sir, yes, sir." Gets out, or protect them. They say, "Don't take it out of the house. Protect the family." "Sir, yes, sir." Takes them to a closet, puts them in the closet, gets his gun, and John Wicks the fuck out of everyone.
Okay.
Oh shit!
I'll have to
It
watch
is.
that. I will have to watch that. Well, we were saying about your sequels going a certain way and everything like that. We were having this conversation before. Is we were talking about the Scream movies.
Yeah.
Because Scream obviously started as a deconstruction of the horror genre, and then it went into a deconstruction of sequels and stuff like that, and then reboots and legacy sequels and things like that. And we were saying if Scream is going to go down the route of sequels have to happen, we have to do things that happen in sequels. How long until we get Scream in space?
Space,
Because
yes.
it has to happen.
I mean, we had Jason in space.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
So,
we have to do that, and you actually have something in mind for later, so we'll leave that for then.
Going back to the DC. Did
Yes,
you
the
finish
D and the
watching Crisis on Infinite
Not
Earths?
yet. No, I've only seen
Because
part one.
I have now finished.
Yeah, I've only watched part one. I
So
need to watch the
for
others.
me, that has all now been rebooted.
Is it good?
Into, oh yeah.
Yeah, all right, good. That's all
It is
I needed
very.
to know.
Consider it.
all I needed to
I
know.
haven't watched chapter one of Watchmen yet.
I mean,
actually. I need to watch that.
I've read the original comics
Yeah.
multiple times. The TV version that the
I like the
Arrowverse did was
the
great.
changes they made with Supergirl and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
but they
making it
for,
harder
for,
and stuff, yeah.
for this version, they didn't just do a straight adaptation of the comic. It is very much its own thing that ties in with the animated movies that have come already, and they have
Well, that
made
makes a bit of sense
changes.
because that's going to be.
You know,
That,
it's like
hobo, that's Constantine,
yes,
isn't it? Yeah,
oh,
okay,
yes.
just double checking.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
just wanted to double check, yeah.
So the recasting, as I
Yeah.
call it, of Pariah and
Yeah.
Harbinger
Yeah.
is very interesting.
Yeah.
I
mean, it makes sense. Completely makes sense.
Yeah, the deaths of worlds in the final movie is great. 'Cause
I enjoyed the ones you were doing with the-
spoilers. We get the Super Friends world die.
Nice. Oh fucking hell! Jesus. Well, we'll say about DC worlds and things like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to DC, and it looks like we might have word on Hal Jordan as the casting has begun for the Lanterns TV series. You know, the one that's a space cop story that's set on fucking Earth. They're looking for a more older. Shut your face. What? Sorry, were you trying to be the pregnancy robot from episode 3 there? Then fucking hell, there's a reference.
No, that's a Bad Boys reference.
Bad Boys reference.
Oh no, because that one's going ooh. What? Why? Oh yeah.
Motherfucker.
Why's it got a pooper scooper for a hand? The baby robot in episode 3.
Case of baby poos.
Yeah.
Case of
That's
baby
weird.
poos.
Anyway,
Makes sense.
because the DCU world is kind of supposed to be an established world where they've had heroes around for a while. They wanted a more experienced, older Green Lantern, and apparently Josh Brolin has been offered the role of Hal Jordan. 56-year-old Josh
Somebody
Brolin.
else, leave him alone. Let him fucking retire. I mean, I love him to
He's
pieces.
very good.
He's
he does
amazing.
grumpy very well.
He's amazing, but he doesn't have to be in every.
No.
Did I hear that Goonies 2 has been greenlit?
No, that's bollocks. Don't worry about that.
Before you go any further, Mike, has anybody heard? I was talking to Mrs. about this today because I watched Far From Home today.
Right.
Is there any rumours of like the next Spider-Man?
Yes, but it's all fucked up at the moment because it looks like it'll release between Doomsday and Secret Wars.
But nobody knows who Spider-Man is anymore, so it really doesn't fucking matter.
Well, it kind of does depending on how Doomsday ends. If Doomsday ends with the universe fractured into the various battle world zones,
God, I hope it does.
How do we deal with that? But
yeah, I think
something I was going to go into.
I think there's a disagreement between Marvel and Sony as to the direction they want to go.
But there's also a disagreement.
Kevin Feige wants to go with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and Sony want to stick with the whole Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole thing right now. It was come out this week that apparently any villain that Sony uses in a Sony, standalone kind of film or anything like that, Marvel can't use in one of their Spider-Man movies. So we can't have like the Rhino or Kraven or Morbius or Venom or anything like that. But it just means they're using up all the fucking villains, which means Marvel can't use shit.
Yeah, Spidey's villain. Yeah, who's good?
So
in
like
Spidey's
Chameleon is going to be in the new Kraven movie.
Well,
Can't use movie.
That's unfair. Because Chameleon's got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Spidey versus the Kingpin. I mean, yeah, fine. I don't know if we're going to have Daredevil, but
that was
in a Spider-Man movie.
The original plan for Spider-Man 4 was going to be Spidey and Daredevil team up to take on Mayor Kingpin. That kind of was one of the original rumours, but it doesn't look like this is going to happen now because of, the placement of the movie. But anyway, we'll deal with that another
that was
time
my
when we
fault.
have
I
more
derailed
information.
there, sorry.
That's all right. So Josh Brolin has apparently been offered the role of Hal Jordan. If he doesn't take it, though, they have 2 backups. Ewan McGregor and Matthew McConaughey are their backup choices.
Choose life. Choose a job.
No, but I
choose a fucking big lantern.
Yeah. I wouldn't want, all right, my name is Hal Jordan. I'm going to show you how we solve crimes in space. No, fuck off, no.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
All right.
The older I get, the younger these things. Yeah, man.
Oh no, I think I want that now.
You've kind of brought me around to it, but yeah. But I think that's just because of the old what was it? True Detective. And all, yeah, I think that's probably just from that, to be honest with you. But we'll see anyway, because they want obviously an older Hal to buddy up with Jon Stewart, a younger Jon Stewart. So
yeah. The thing is, they're looking for an older Hal Jordan, and then they're going Ewan McGregor. I keep forgetting Ewan McGregor's now older.
He's 53.
Yeah, he's old. Yeah. He's slightly older than me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but we'll see. I think Ewan would do really well as Hal Jordan. I think that would be really good for him.
That would be cool.
Speaking of movies that are unnecessarily set on fucking Earth, we're talking about Masters of the Universe.
Apparently,
the last film they did in the 80s.
The one that Courtney Cox in the 80s. Yeah, that was on Earth for no fucking reason. guess what? The reboot's on Earth as well.
The
Don't know
reason
why.
is money.
Doesn't need to be.
The reason is money.
I know. Well, we know that Nicholas Galitzine is playing He-Man, and this week we've also learned that Alison Brie from Glow, and she's also the voice of Unikitty in the Lego movies.
Gorgeous ladies
I
of
kind of
wrestling.
like Alison Brie.
She is very good. She's going to play Evil Lynn.
Or, Lynn.
Yeah.
Right, boys, put it where you want. I do not care. You can have it on
Hello?
Earth. You can put it on Earth now. I am happy.
Oh, right, okay.
If she is playing Evil Lynn, that is a very happy Doug.
Okay.
Glow was one of
I
Cat's
didn't
shows.
know
I fell in love with her in Community.
Okay.
She's fucking phenomenal in
I
that.
never watched Community.
I need to.
Bro,
Yeah,
you need to
I think
watch
I've
that.
maybe watched the
That is
first
like
episode.
that is school for the Russo brothers. It's school for. a
Oh
lot
no,
of writers.
Arrested Development is school
Yeah.
for the Russo brothers.
No, they did all that.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well,
true,
but
yeah,
it's-
yeah, yeah.
it's- Every episode
Just
is a
if-
bottle. It's like the only show that every
if
episode
you-
is a bottle episode.
If you want to see like where the big directors and writers of today have come from, watch Community, Arrested Development, and Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That was where everyone has come from. Matt Shackman worked on fucking Always Sunny for years.
Yeah.
Awesome.
check and check. I've seen all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Fucking great job. But yeah, we also know that Camila Mendes, who was in Riverdale, I forget whether she's Betty or Veronica, one of them anyway. She's now cast as Tila.
Okay.
So yeah, she's probably going to have a big part. She's actually had to drop out of the I Know What You Did Last Summer remake to do this movie. So that kind of tells you.
Sequel?
No, it's a reboot. It's not. Well, it's a legacy sequel because apparently,
there we go.
what if Jennifer Love Hewitt was potentially coming back? But
I
yeah,
still
reboot,
know
sequel,
what you
whatever,
did
yeah.
last summer.
I know, yeah, it's fucking. God, Jesus, just let the man die. Okay. And I didn't realise this, but the director of the Motu movie is Travis Knight, who brought us that one good Transformers movie, Bumblebee.
The one you
Very
still haven't
cool.
watched.
So
I do like that film.
It's not
Bumblebee
bad.
is
To be
a
fair,
great movie.
it might be down to Haley Steinfeld though, because she's fucking brilliant. So I don't know, but I am cautiously optimistic now, even if it is set on fucking Earth.
You'll get over it.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna move on to different franchise now. We're gonna talk about Lord of the Rings, as we found out earlier this year, where it is headed back to the big screen.
Is it safe? Is it secret? It might be. 10 points to Gryffindor. Wait, what?
Funnily enough, I'm watching these at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I treated myself to the big 4K box set. So we've just rewatched the 3 Hobbit movies, and because of the way the extended...
That's better.
You literally didn't move it at
Yes,
all.
I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, because of the way the extended Lord of the Rings movies are split. We watched like part 1 of Fellowship last Sunday, so we'll watch part 2 tomorrow.
I need to.
Really enjoying those.
I am due rewatching them. Well,
Yeah.
I say it is coming back to the big screen. We know that Andy Serkis has been tapped to direct and star in The Hunt for Gollum.
Yeah.
Okay, but the big
that's the one
question
I was
was
talking
to
about.
see if any of the original cast would be back. Well, Sir Ian McKellen has had an interview with The Big Issue that says,
Enthusiasm for the Lord of the Rings shows no sign of abating, and I can't tell you any more than that. I've been told, yes, this is my Ian McKellen, put a hat on, here's a sword, yes.
this is, I think I've told you that.
You shall not pass!
When he's been doing his one-man show, I think I told you guys about, like, he got that girl out of the crowd and like, hold clam drink, yes, let's take a selfie, here we go. Yeah, that's just how he speaks these days. He's very quick, very lot to go, we've got a lot to go through, 2-hour show, yes, I'm an old man.
I'm going to fall off the stage.
Yeah.
Ah!
And then we were talking about, funny enough, his episode of Extras the other day when it's just like, how do I know where to stand? Someone tells me. How do I know what to say? The words are in the script. And all this kind of stuff. And he's just like, and then I'm Syrian. You shall not pass! Syrian. And it's just, I fucking love it. We were doing that.
I'm gonna have to watch Extras again.
Yeah.
You remember him being in the 5 Doctors ish
Oh,
reboot?
yeah.
Because Sylvester was doing The
Yeah.
Hobbit at the time.
Well, he said
Were
here
you? Ooh.
He said, I can't tell you any more than that. I've just been told that there are going to be more films, and Gandalf will be involved, and they hope that I'll be playing him.
the man's fucking like dead at this point. Let him rest. Stop sending him to fucking New Zealand, will you, bastards?
Have you heard that he is now officially a descriptive word, doing a McKellen?
What does doing a McKellen entail?
Literally
not letting anyone pass?
literally falling off the stage.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Apparently he was
Because
wearing
he's the
a-
only actor that's ever done that.
Yeah, well, he's the most famous one to have done it.
But
But
he was just the oldest, and we just
Yeah.
surprised he survived.
You literally weekend burn Eden for the rest of the run.
Apparently, he was wearing effectively a fat suit, and that gave him sufficient padding
Welcome to Big
to
Mama's
survive
house.
the fall without too much serious injury.
I need a wee. I'm sorry. I've been holding it in, but
I'll hold you. I'll wait till you get back. Then
On
because
that
I've got,
bombshell.
I've got a new thing that I want to do with you guys. So we just need to wait for Doug to get back. So we've got to hold and Phil for a minute. So you're right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, good.
He
good.
couldn't hold it,
No,
so why do
apparently
we?
Because it's a podcast and we need to talk about things for a minute. Okay, yeah. I've got a new concept that I want to try out. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll have a go with it anyway. Okay. Because I've been watching. I found it on TikTok. A show called Make Some Noise. Has anyone heard of it?
No.
It's basically like an improv game show kind of thing. It's almost like Whose Line-esque. Is they give these people prompts, these comedians, and they have
Right.
to go with it. Okay, I'm
Okay.
going to nick one of their goes, and we'll have one of their games, and we'll have a go at it.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Just wait for Doug to get back, and then we'll have a try.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll be between you and Doug.
Lord of the Rings, though.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it is weird. I do need to do a rewatch of it, to be honest with you. I think that is something.
Because I knew I wanted to get this box set and rewatch it in very pretty 4K. I've been holding off. So now that I've got it, we've been making a point of going to.
Which one? The third Hobbit film.
To be fair, Battle of the Five Armies is great because it's
think the first
literally
one-
what it says on the tin. It's basically lots of people hitting each other. One of which I'd forgotten was Billy Connolly.
Yes. Yeah.
I'd
he's the
forgotten
other
Billy
dwarf,
Connolly, but ends up as the king of the dwarves.
Yep. That's certainly a sentence. Okay, so I was saying to Paul there that I've got a little improv game that I want to play with you. Okay, so the line is "You shall not pass." Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys prompts as to how to say it. All right. Okay.
I'll give it a go. I've never
so
done.
we're just going to start. We're just going to start with no direction at all. Okay. So who wants to go first, Paul or Doug?
I'll go first.
You want to go first? Okay. So with no direction, you shall not pass.
You shall not pass.
Okay. Paul, give me a little bit more.
You shall not pass.
Doug, give me a little bit more.
You shall not pass.
Okay. Paul, as an innuendo.
You shall not pass.
Doug, as an old-timey radio announcer.
Yeah, you shall not pass.
Paul, as a spy trying to give the code phrase to his contact.
You shall not pass.
Doug, as the cowardly lion.
Cowardly lion.
Joshua.
I've lost it. You shall not pass.
Paul, as Christopher Walken.
Oh, you shall not pass.
Doug, as a QVC presenter trying to sell us on his product.
Well, you shall not pass.
Tell us more about the product, Doug. What does it do?
It doesn't pass. Ever.
Okay.
Oh, your money back.
Okay, brilliant. Okay. Points go to Doug on that round then. I think that works. I think we might bring that again at some point. Okay. Okay.
Thou shall not pass.
You shall pass.
Shall not pass.
Okay.
Have you ever heard Jay Moore do? Jay Moore does it. He's one of the best
He's doing more
comedians out there
stories, yeah.
that does. He's Christopher Walken, but he's when he's teaching people how to do it with the so what a lot of people don't know about Mr. Walken is actually a song and dance man. He loves to dance.
That's what he
and
wants
shake
to
his
do,
ass.
yeah.
It's incredible. And he says when you're doing the impression, don't be afraid to whisper.
Yeah.
Look, it lands every time. Oh, Jay Moore, what a legend.
Oh, brilliant. Well, it's just like when you're doing Nicolas Cage, you just kind of have to start down here and then every now and again, go up here! And then come back down again. Yeah, it's just, just randomly find the peaks and the troughs in what you're talking about. Okay, so...
Somebody wants to tell him that then, because he's not come down in years.
Hello, I'd like a cheeseburger, please.
I mean,
Say this is a library.
he hasn't said anything soft since I'm like a treasure protector. That's like the softest thing he said, and then after that was it.
Yeah, he actually sewed his mouth shut
11.
when he did Willy's Wonderland. That's the thing.
I
Okay.
still watch that.
It's good, you know.
I really
It's good
should
fun.
watch
Okay, we're going to go over to Jurassic World. Okay, so we found out
a
not
bit
a little
excited.
while back that there was going to be a new Jurassic movie, and and this month we were told the title will be Jurassic World Rebirth,
Yes.
which I think is lazy, because if you think about it, the first trilogy was Jurassic Park. Whether it was just Jurassic Park Lost World, or Jurassic Park 3, then you had Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and then Jurassic World Dominion. So theoretically, the first start of the next trilogy should be Jurassic something else. I don't know what. Jurassic Age, maybe, or whatever, because the dinosaurs are over, but whatever. We've also got a plot synopsis. Okay.
Yeah, but Scarlett Johansson's still in it, though, right?
Oh, yeah, she's
Oh, right, sweet, I'm good.
yeah,
I'm still going
okay,
then.
So, okay. Do we want to do a voice? It's a plot synopsis. Do we want a voice, or do we want to just go for
It's
it?
a plot. It's John Hollywood's job. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ha! John Hollywood here, telling you all about Jurassic World Rebirth. Ha ha! The film will be set 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion, and the planet's ecology has proven largely inhospitable to dinosaurs, so don't expect loads of them. They've really got low budget because, we can only show like 6 dinosaurs. Ha ha! Those remaining exist in isolated equatorial environments with climates resembling the one in which they once thrived. The 3 most colossal creatures within that tropical biosphere hold the key to the drug that will bring a miraculous life-saving benefits to humankind. Ha ha! Covert operations expert Zora Bennett, because that's a real name that people have, Scarlett Johansson, attempts to secure genetic material from the dinosaurs, but ends up being stranded with a civilian family on an island that holds a secret being kept from humanity for decades. Ha ha! So probably going back to Site B, I would have thought that sounds like to me. And they're going to learn all about the
destroy
dinosaurs.
it after all.
Yeah,
That's what it'll
yeah,
be. They
yeah.
didn't destroy it after all.
The 3 big new dinos that are apparently going to appear are going to be a Mosasaurus, which is an aquatic.
Barney.
Yeah. And little.
I love you.
What's it called? I was going to say Little My, but that's off the fucking Moomins. What am I talking about? Mate, fucking
No,
the
it's
Moomins are coming in.
Dino from the Dino. Barney.
And Denver, the last dinosaur. He's our friend and a whole lot more.
What about
Fucking hell, mate.
What about
Mate, look it up. Uncle Pete dances to that in one of the episodes. When he got to like his 200 video subscribers or something like that, he danced to the theme tune to Denver the Last Dinosaur in a fucking dinosaur onesie. It's amazing. You want to check it out.
What about Barney?
We said him. What's that? Barney the Purple Antichrist. Yeah. He hates you. He hates me. He hates fucking humanity.
God, I haven't thought about that since. That and Rude Dog and the Dweebs.
Yeah, man, Rude Dog and the
They were
Dweebs.
they were on around about the same time.
Yeah, it just made me wonder about the fucking theme tune to that though. Denver the Last Dinosaur, he's my friend, and a whole lot more. What the fuck are you doing to that dinosaur, man?
It's the last one. I'm not going to get a chance to do it to another.
We're trying to make more, Denver. We're trying to make more, lad. It's not gonna work. Shut up.
Keep it down.
It's 9:30. We're trying to get to sleep.
On a bank holiday.
It's 9:30. Curry's on.
Put your stuffed toys away. I'm trying to make dinosaurs, Mum. Jurassic World Rebirth. Oh. Anyway, so a Mosasaurus is one. A Titanosaurus, which is like a big fucking Brachiosaurus type knobhead, and a Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatlus.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatl. I want to say Aztec god.
Yeah, it's a big bird knobhead. Yeah.
But now say it as Christopher Walken.
Quetzalcoatlus.
With a watch up my ass.
Watch up my ass.
Okay, now we're going to talk about something that Cat's been waiting for us to talk about all night.
Oh boy.
The Minecraft trailer. Sorry, Minecraft trailer. What the fuck was that about?
You made me watch it, and I still don't know.
I don't know.
Seriously, what the fuck? It's just like, I mean, let's be honest, it's fucking Jumanji, innit? It's just Jumanji, but square.
Kath, would you
It's like trying to watch Jumanji through a bird's eye potato waffle.
Kath, would you like to make the point you've made?
They make Jason Momoa.
Yeah, but they did that in Dune as well. They've got
To be fair,
his beard off. That boy
To
needs
be
a
fair,
beard.
he looks like he's crawled out of the bin at the best of occasions, you know what I mean? He looks like you can catch hepatitis B just by being in the same room as him. You happily catch it off him. All right, fair enough.
A, B, C, let's go.
Yeah.
Alphabet, me love, let's do it.
It's like they've got in the Etsy version of him.
When you buy Jumanji off Wish.
The thing is, what rating is this getting? Is it getting like a
It's
PG?
probably going to be a PG though.
It's going to be a PG, so it's a kid thing.
It's a kid
yeah.
thing.
And we were talking
But
about
they've
when we
put
watched-
they put Momoa in it for the mums.
You got Jack Black
and
in
some
there
dads. Jack Black for the dads. that
because
kind
you
of
know
thing.
it's a video game movie. He's got to
He's
be in
gotta
it. It's the
in it.
rules.
He
Yeah.
is King Cooper. He
Yeah.
is in Jumanji.
Yeah, he's Claptrap in Borderlands that no one saw.
Yeah.
He's Mario. No, he's not. He's Cooper, like we said. He's Now he's Steve, the most imaginative named character. It's interesting.
We'll see. It may be.
I mean, to be fair,
I always
when they
go
announced the Lego movie,
That's
Yeah.
that was the point I was about to
we
make.
weren't expecting that to
No.
be the most brilliant thing ever, and it was.
To be fair, I saw someone say the other day that now Jack Black is just Chris Pratt. He's just taken over the role of Chris. He's just in everything these days now, which I don't think that's really the case. But yeah, he does seem to be getting around a lot.
I
it's
think
like
it's what Chris Pratt needs to
he's
aim
had
for.
he's had some bills recently that he needs to pay off. Is what it's looking like to me.
Yeah, he's not again. No, people are buying less records.
Yeah. Don't mention Tenacious D.
Not me, Jack. Not me, Jack. I bought all your records. I'm not going away.
I think we just did and got away with it.
Yeah, but it's just, I mean, we were talking about in the trailer, the girl from Wednesday who's in it. No, not General Stacy. The one who's a roommate in the Wednesday. The one who basically should be playing a live action Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen. She looks exactly like her.
Yes.
Emma something, I forget her name. But she's in this, and she calls Jack Black Steve a tool bag. And I'm thinking that's just cleaned up for the trailer version of it. She's going to call him a douchebag in the movie, isn't she? Let's be honest with you. That's very much Yippee-ki-yay Mr. Falcon vibes.
Keep me savvy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's yeah. Okay. We'll move on to, I believe it's our final piece of news for the month. James Wan, the director of Aquaman, is not straying too far from the ocean for his next flick, as he announced he's doing a modern-day retelling of The Creature from the Black Lagoon. For those who don't know, the original was the tale of the aquatic gill man who falls in love with a woman from the land. Think of King Kong, but shorter and smells more of fish.
Yeah,
Okay.
how has this not been remade?
I don't know.
In
We had the Shape of
forever.
Water.
Well, that's what I was about to say,
Shape
yeah.
of Water was like
Well,
the closest
it's
we got
just-
to it, but
yeah.
that's ape sapien, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have did you see what Mike
Yeah.
put as the headline?
I've called the headline for this news story, Shape of Water, but without the fish fucking.
Well, that's the best bit.
Mom, leave me alone! I'm making dinosaurs!
Put it down as goldfish.
So this is the last of the great Universal monsters to finally get a reimagining. I mean, Phantom of the Opera is technically a Universal monster, but we've had 1,000 versions of that, so don't really worry about that. But Universal have been trying to get this project off the ground for a long time, and it seems that James Wan is following his friend Lee Whannell, because they did the first Saw movie together. Lee Whannell did the Invisible Man movie that came out a couple of years ago, and he's doing the new Wolfman movie, which I saw the trailer for that the other day. It looks interesting. The design of the creature itself, fuck me now. Jesus, that looks dreadful, but that's another story for another time. And I have actually seen you mentioned The Shape of Water and Ape Sapien. Expect Doug Jones to getting a phone call anytime
God,
soon. Let's be honest.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not like he's busy on Star
Get in the
Trek
suit,
anymore,
Doug. Get in the
so-
suit. It's in your wardrobe. Yeah, it's definitely going to be happening, I would have thought. So that is all for our news. I imagine Paul doesn't have a lot of Doctor Who to talk about.
I've managed to put together a section.
Okay.
About an hour of it at the beginning of the show.
yeah,
and I only
yeah.
asked him what he's been up to.
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
All
but,
right.
you know.
Well, Paul's going to take us deeper on the inside. Ooh, misses. As we talk the Doctor Who section.
Hold on to your lapels, Chessington. It's the Doctor Who news.
I was holding on to my lapels quite a lot over the weekend because I wore jackets a lot. Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
Why not?
There's photos of me holding you in the old Hartnell. Yeah.
You're doing a full Hartnell.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, to be fair, there is not much in the way of direct news at the moment. But you know, we've got some stuff we can talk about. So we've just had the Doctor Who prom, which was presented by Catherine Tate and included lots of
And
music.
Catherine Tate's breasts as well. I've seen the photo. Jesus Christ, love.
Yeah, it included lots of music from the series, including that great Beatles hit, I've Got a Dog.
That'll be it. That'll be where it's fucking come from. Over the weekend, people were asking me what movies have I done before and stuff like that, and I said I've just finished doing an off Broadway play called My Friend's Got a Dog. That'll be where it's fucking from. And there was just like, what's the play about? It's about a man whose friend has got a dog. That's it.
It's still available on BBC Sounds. TV version is likely to air over Christmas. The war between the land of the land and the
skis.
That's
an interesting one.
The land and the sea is now filming. And alongside the cast that we mentioned last time, the cast photo for day one included Ruth Madeley returning as scientific advisor Shirley Ann Bingham, and surprisingly, Colin McFarlane, who appears as General Pierce.
That's the closest I can show you.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
That's awesome. General Pierce, who we last
holding
saw...
on to my lapels, Chesterton.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, we last saw Colin McFarlane as General Pierce in Torchwood Children of Earth.
Yes.
So that's interesting, because we were talking last time about 5 parts. Last time they did that was Children of Earth.
Yeah.
And, there's this. Outside of the show, there is lots of opportunities to see the Doctor on stage.
Yes.
Yes, who plays the Doctor?
Shoot here. Godwar.
No, Jodie Whittaker.
Oh. No, shoot here.
Godwar.
Has got a new film coming out. That's where I'm getting confused.
Jodie Whittaker is currently in rehearsals for The Duchess, which is an adaptation of the classic
Fergie song album.
The Duchess of Malfi.
Oh, sorry.
At the Trafalgar Theatre from 5th of October. So more Doctor Who on stage, though. So who plays the Doctor?
Paul McGann.
Yeah.
I know about this one. Don't worry. It's fine.
So next weekend, Big Finish are celebrating 25 years of Doctor Who stories. So it's 25 years since they released The Sirens of Time, with a weekend now of live shows. The story is called The Stuff of Legends. It stars Paul McGann and India Fisher, who just recently popped up on Channel 4 because they did a big fat quiz of TV.
Yeah.
And they did
who is this person?
Yeah, they did a whole round of...
Yes, like, do you remember
Hero,
do a lineup and he's like, who's this person?
Oh, yeah.
So they had 3 people and basically said, right, you need to work out who these people are, and they can only answer yes or no. And it was Marcus Bentley, it was India, and it was...
Dave.
Yeah.
Oh,
India does MasterChef.
Be Dave Thingy who does the Come Down, was it? Yeah.
No. I've forgotten who. But basically, they're all famous.
Marcus Bentley is Dear One in the Big Brother house.
Yeah, they're all famous
I've known his name for 25 years.
Yeah. So there are 2 performances on Saturday and 2 more on the Sunday. There's a recorded version of The Stuff of Legends coming out next weekend as well, which you'll be able to buy online.
Are they going to record the stage versions and put them out like they did with Hitchhikers?
Don't think so. I think the idea
that's
is that there's if you want to hear this story at home, then there's the studio recorded version. For the special. They're making the live thing a special thing that
I suppose
this performance you will have to have been in the room for.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's interesting. There's a lot of this, doing radio on stage because there's a
no
tour.
one would pay to go and see people talking on stage though, just into microphones. That's a nonsense idea.
Yeah.
We love you guys. It's like Hancock's Half Hour is currently touring.
Yeah.
There's that company that seems to want to give work to Colin Baker a lot because they're doing Christmas Carol.
I had those
again
tickets
this
for Hound of the Baskervilles, him and Terry Malloy.
Yeah,
doing it as a radio play, and I couldn't go because I couldn't get up there.
Yeah,
I was fuming. I missed out on that.
Yeah. That's
I'm going to see an Inspector Calls on the Empire in November 23rd. I'm going.
Okay. Just finishing off with Big Finish, though, they are doing a re-release of The Sirens of Time.
Oh, okay.
So what they're doing is they're re-editing it. New music effects and what have you.
They've done a whole remake essentially. Yeah, they've gone back to the original master tapes to get the audio.
Yeah, so what happened with this original story? So the very first story Big Finish did as an audio drama of Doctor Who, it's a 3 Doctors story. It's
Peter,
Peter Davison,
Colin,
Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, and what you had was episodes 1, 2, and 3 were basically one-part stories for each Doctor, and then they all came together in episode 4. So what they're doing is they're re-editing episodes 1, 2, and 3 so that you have. You all 3 stories are running in parallel.
Think of it like when they redid season 4 of Arrested Development on Netflix. Originally, each episode was just following one character, and then they remixed it, and then it's a proper like multi-character sitcom.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds cool.
Anyway, who plays the Doctor again?
Oh gosh, now you're asking. I think it's insert name here. Go on. I'll put that in post. It's fine. Go for it. Let's say David Bradley.
No, it's Shooter Gatter.
Okay.
So he's in The Importance of Being Earnest at the National Theatre from the 20th of November.
That's what I'm getting confused with.
Joshua's going off to see that. I was looking at the cast earlier. It's like
Did they know?
everybody has been in Doctor Who.
Most people have at this point. I think I'm doing it next week.
Julian Bleach is in it.
Davros. Yep.
Sharon D. Clark.
No, that name was that.
Grace O'Brien.
Okay.
The literal woman who fell to earth.
Yep.
Amanda Lawrence. You know her face, but she was Doomfinger, one of the witches in.
Oh,
the
okay.
Shakespeare
Yeah.
Code. Richard,
I know what you mean.
Richard Kent, who was the son of.
What you call me?
You just call him Dick Cunt.
Richard Kent.
Yes, you can.
That's an unfortunate
Stop
name.
being so
that.
pessimistic, Paul.
His dad was Brian
Brian,
Kent,
yeah.
but Richard was in Blink, and then there's somebody else whose name I'm gonna completely fuck up if I try it. She was in Extremis. So.
Let's have a look at the name. Where is it? What's the name? Tits McKenzie. What? No, hang on, let's have a look.
Ronke
Adaluquejo. Yeah.
Something like that.
Easy enough to say that.
Anyway. Stephen Moffat has been talking about being the most unpopular person in the world as showrunner of Doctor Who when he did a Visionaries session at the Toronto International Film Festival.
Yeah, saw that.
He was discussing his latest show, Douglas is Cancelled, and he was asked if he'd ever been cancelled himself. He recalled the level of hatred from fans. The level of hate you could get.
Sorry, I wasn't aware there was a
down
pro company. You could have
3 passenger jets. I mean, seriously, it doesn't stop. I was vilified endlessly. I was a homophobe, misandrist, and a misanthrope, and a sexist, and misogynist, and a racist.
In the zoo.
I was against so many people, I could only be described as an omni-bigot, which I would suggest means I'm treating
You guys with the
everybody...
eyes right in your face then. An omni-bigot!
I would suggest means I'm treating everybody equally. He joked that the showrunner job is taking on the role of Chief Satan of the nation.
The truth, Satan.
Yeah.
Can you have a go at me
It's
for
my
my
fucking
mistakes?
typing.
Satan.
Finally, worth mentioning, going back to... Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
So you need to recover after that impression.
Yes, I do. Anyway, last weekend also at Hooverville, somebody...
All right, we know you were there. Fucking hell, Paul.
Somebody I've mentioned on the show, and so great to catch up with Alan Dale, who owns the Sci-Fi Museum
Yes,
up in... Neil Cole, who lives in Allendale. Sorry.
Does Alan know?
Fucking hell. Yeah, he did the Sci-Fi Museum
Yes, I
in
know who you meant,
Allendale, Northumberland, as well as running the museum and doing up props and this, that, and the other.
I know what you're going to say. About this,
Neil is an artist, and
he's got his book, hasn't he?
Yes,
is that what
he
you're talking
has a
about?
book out
Yep.
called. What was it called? I did write it down.
No, you didn't, apparently.
No, there we go. It's called It Belongs in a Museum.
Say it like you're supposed to say it.
It belongs in a museum.
No.
So do you, Dr. Jones.
Yeah.
Oh. The second Doctor.
Say it like you're supposed to say it.
How do you think I'm supposed to say it?
Well, if it's Indiana Jones, now in the movie, he goes, it belongs in a museum. But seeing as it's modern day, Harrison Ford would say,
it belongs in a museum.
there we go.
Okay. When Kath and I visited the museum last year, he was working on this book, showed us some of the artwork that has gone into it. It also has photos and written pieces on various items that are in the museum or should be in a museum. It's kind of Doctor Who via the props.
Yeah.
He's currently working on another volume. He's doing the third Doctor. He showed me the latest.
Does Mr. Pertwee's corpus know about this?
He's currently restoring the original Scarrison
from
the Terror of the Zygons. I mean, admittedly, that prop is completely fucked at the moment.
It will be, yeah.
And so he's having to,
I do like that story.
It's worth following him.
You'll never find the Nessie in the zoo when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Because the Scarrison is the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah. It is worth following Neil and his museum online to keep
Just give him a shout and watch him from a small distance away. That's fine now.
To keep track of what he does and it's interesting stuff, definitely. We may be visiting again in a couple of weeks. We haven't decided yet whether we're going. Oh, we're not going.
No.
Sorry, Neil. Okay.
Let Alan know. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Anyway.
Dale.
Please
call me Chip.
The book is available online and specialist stockists. So
Specialist
buy
stockists.
Neil's
I'm
book.
gonna butt in now. You just said Chip and Dale, right? It was one of those memes put out there. I don't know if you've ever seen it or you've ever put it together before. But how Chip and Dale are dressed.
It's Indiana Jones and Magnum P.I.
Which is all about Han Solo.
Yeah.
Because both of them.
Yeah.
Two actors.
Well, Selleck was supposed to be Indiana Jones.
Yes.
And it's only because he couldn't do
and
it.
Then they did,
Harrison
and
Ford
do
came
you
in.
know what? I felt like a fucking idiot.
You never realised that?
I didn't realise it.
I knew that when I was a
watched-
fucking kid.
And I watched it and I loved it.
My two goldfish when I was a kid were called Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I never put the Magnum bit together.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's
I
what
do
it
like. I want to watch that film again now. The Chip and Dale movie.
It's not bad, that film.
It's good.
It's
Isn't it?
not
bad.
It's
the
good.
live action
better
one.
than
was-
that has
we-
any
we
fucking
really
right
enjoyed
to
it.
be.
Any right to be.
Yeah.
I remember being super shocked at that film.
Yeah. And then you've got fucking Ugly Sonic in it as well.
That was genius.
Oh, wow.
Genius.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We're gonna go through
He's
now.
had some work done.
Certainly has. Right. Let's go beyond the 50-foot nerds then. No, we're not. It's the other business first.
It's time to talk about the weird and wacky things happening around the world with any other business.
You're disgusting.
I know.
We can't take you anywhere.
No, we can't. We can't, Brian.
Can't.
Okay.
Can't.
So first,
No,
first
you
thing
can't.
Yeah, right. You can. Right. Okay. Right. First story we got this month. When you're behind the wheel on Brown Station Way in Clarksville, Indiana, there's little time to focus on anything other than the traffic flying by. This comes to us from WDRB.com. However, if you happen to hit the red light at Randolph Avenue, you may see something else. I've got a quote here from Kathy Miller. What does she sound like?
Kevin Nash.
I think she may roost in the line of trees over here.
So Kathy Miller said, she's talking about an elusive chicken, which was captured on camera crossing the road. Quite literally, a chicken crossed the road. That is the level of news stories we've sunk to this month, ladies and
Was
gentlemen.
it trying to get to the other side?
Oh, it's just like those chicken cross the road jokes from elementary schools that were never funny, Paul.
One of them was.
People still writing these so-called knee slappers. People are still writing them and have plenty of comments on the chicken in the What's Happening Clarksville Facebook page. Miller continues by saying,
People are proposing names.
they also wonder if it's a hen or a rooster.
Nobody gets that close to be able to tell. You're gonna get pecked.
Even the police department is in on the hen or is in on the hen or rooster type. Okay, whatever. More from Miller.
They're proposing a change to their cruises. You know, the tongue in cheek with a chicken decal towards the back of the cruiser.
We know what you're thinking. Are you fucking kidding me with this story? Fuck off, WDRB. There's probably some chicken coop nearby. No, we checked. That's why everyone seems to be wondering why the bird is so far from a farm. Now, we've got a voice here from Clarksville resident Matt Harris. What does he sound like?
He sounds like your version of his Scottish accent.
Okay. Oh, it's a really old random thing to see. To see a chicken casually crossing through a suburban neighborhood like this. Said Matt Harris.
It might have escaped.
No. There's also a Chick-fil-A and Joella's hot chicken nearby.
Somewhere pretty close to the same area. I do hear a rooster crowing around the same time of the morning. But it's not the same chicken.
Harris said, hinting that the two chickens may in fact be lovers. Better than that, fighters!
It could happen. A cockfight.
Said Miller. WDRB's Chris Sutter went with Miller to see if they could find the bird on one of the hottest days of the year. There was sweat on their brows and a fear of only finding a fried drumstick in their hearts. Who fucking wrote this? But they found that chicken.
I think I see. It's here. It's really here,
said an overjoyed Miller.
It's adorable.
The bird wasn't having it flying up into a tree. Perhaps it thought Miller and Sutter were bad eggs. But tish. At least now when we ask why did the chicken cross the road, we know it's a getaway from a news crew trying to do a story about it. That's not funny.
Do we remember why the hedgehog crossed the road?
To get
his flatmate.
Yeah, there we go.
See his flatmate?
No, because it was stuck to the chicken's ass.
Ah.
His was better. I was going to say, has anyone got a chicken cross the road story?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why did the chicken... Why did the chicken...
To go and see the bell end.
What's
Knock,
that?
knock.
Who's there?
The chicken.
You dickhead, I walked right into that one.
I'll give you that one.
That is one of my favourites. So you can give it to a kid and give it nice and clean, or you can bell end it. Or
to be fair, everyone called me Bell Endorse at school, so you know.
well, his name's Bell.
Yeah,
I have to stop myself every time.
I know.
Mike Bell.
Okay, we're going to stay with WDRB, the home of quality journalism. And this one is the Louisville Metro Police Department is looking for someone who's accused of repeatedly pooping on the same person's porch. The person has allegedly been pooping on the porch in Old Louisville. There are at least 2 reports filed from the person who lives there. Another was taken by an officer on Wednesday. It's unknown at the time what the suspect looks like. Roderick Dahl lives across the street and saw it happen. So what does Roderick Dahl sound like?
Somebody who uses a lot of plosives in because that's exploding all over the place.
Have you got a Porky Pig?
Old Louisville, man. You're gonna sum out and CCC everything around here.
It's just you, American.
I did not do that one on purpose.
And he's gone.
I did not do that on purpose.
I just happened to be outside, and a white guy walked up. He was looking around. He looked like he was going to go into the apartment, and then look at the window, looked out, and started crapping.
I fucking love you, mate. That's fucking great. Have you got a Porky Pig? Well, fucking show you, sunshine. Yes, I've got a Porky Pig. Who are you talking to?
It happened again on Tuesday morning. The guy is wearing a t-shirt, grey basketball shorts, and socks on the front porch. He appears to look around, do his business, walk away, and then come back and do it again. So, yeah. There was dog shit outside my house the other day. I'm hoping it was dog shit now, I'll tell you that much. Okay, and our final story this month comes from IrishStar.com. A white beluga whale suspected of being a Russian spy has tragically been found dead in the north waters of Norway. The body of Faldmir, the famed white beluga, was discovered last Saturday floating in Risavika Way in Norway by a father-son duo out fishing, as reported by One Whale, the charity group that campaigned for the whale's well-being and conservation. Warnings were issued in May 2023 after the whale was sighted, urging Norwegians to remain vigilant. While the exact cause of death remains unknown, various marine experts are sceptical about it being from natural causes. Sebastian Strand, a marine biologist and the head of Marine Mind, a non-profit organisation, observed that there were no significant external injuries or marks on the whale's body that might have been inflicted by predators or vessels. No evidence of illness was found on the beluga, suggesting it was in good health, according to the representative from One Whale. Strand, who has tracked Valdemir's movements over the last 3 years, expressed his profound sorrow over the loss. So what does Sebastian Strand sound like? Tweety Pie. I don't know if I can do it. I can't do Tweety Pie. It's.
I thought putty time.
Oh, there we go. We've got a Tweety Pie right here.
Okay. It's heartbreaking.
There we go.
Hang on, it's
heartbreaking.
He's got a speech impediment, so it's a W rather than an R, isn't it?
Yeah.
For Tweety. It's heartbreaking.
Strand provided to NRK, Norway's national broadcaster.
He's touched thousands of people's hearts just here in Norway.
That's less Tweety Pie and just a general, I'm a nice guy from the Bronx. Won't you be my friend? I'm walking here.
Forget about it.
Now, we've got a quote here from One Whale, the organisation. So what do One Whale sound like? A whale.
We are angry too, as we have had to fight so hard for so long to help him out of danger. And he was finally so close to having a better life.
Hello, ground. Sorry, there's a reference for you. The beluga whale, which measures a whopping 14 feet in length and tips the scales at around 2,700 pounds, has been dubbed with a name that blends Val, the Norwegian word for whale, with Vladimir, taking a cue from the Russian President Vladimir Putin's forename. The mammal shot to fame back in 2019 when it turned heads in the Norwegian fishing community. It was spotted clad in a harness that seemed tailored for a small camera and even sported a buckle engraved with the intriguing label Equipment St. Petersburg. The unusual ensemble kicked off speculation that the beluga may be doubling as a spy whale. Indeed, naval buffs weighed in, noting that the Russian Navy has a history of enlisting whales for undersea endeavours of a military nature. So, this leads me to ask, if you were to train an animal to be a spy, what animal would you use and why?
I think I want something that flies.
Yeah,
flying animal.
I'm thinking something so literally spy fly.
No, I'm like a pigeon.
Like Will Smith in that film.
Oh shit, it's already been done, hasn't it? It's already been done really badly, but
Spies in
animated.
Disguise.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, dreadful
I'm
film.
changing my mind now.
So you're you basically want the pigeon from Stop the Pigeon being chased by
Why
Dick
just
Dastardly.
want a spying thing?
do.
Just use a fucking drone if you're going to use something that flies.
But I can't train a drone. You asked me to train an animal.
Okay, that's fair enough. I'll give you that one then.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make any sense to use a flying
so,
animal.
an elephant. There you go. Something's like really fucking, really.
What? He's there on the fucking park bench at a trash
yeah,
going
that's it. That's fully.
What's the password?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. There's a microfiche. You know?
I've now got this mental image of an elephant at the casino playing baccarat.
And he walks in and takes his hat off and throws it off and lands on his own trunk over there. Oh, James. Hey, there we go. That's Fant, elephant. There you go. Yeah. That's how we do it. Yeah, that's... It just makes me think of Babar and have an extremely convoluted private life, doesn't it? You know what I mean? I haven't thought about Babar in years. Jesus Christ! Sorry, is it the afternoon on Children's BBC and they've run out of the children's programs too quickly? They got 20 minutes to fill until Blue Peter. Babar, there we go.
Nailed it.
You're having it. Oh Jesus, fuck me. Okay. Did you work out what you wanted?
I went with Spyfly.
Spyfly.
All right, okay. Legit answer: a chameleon.
A comedian, so he can eat spy fly.
No, so he can just be in there listening
Okay.
with
And he's blending into the background.
into the
That's a good one.
background.
I like that.
That's
There you
the
go.
one I'm going for.
Sounds a bit like Mondo Gecko. I'm watching the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the moment. So,
right, okay. So you got Paul Rudd on the brain.
yeah, basically.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, there we go. That does bring us to the end of the any other business. We're going to go beyond the 50-foot nerds. Actually, properly go beyond them this time. Let's go.
We're all out of news and topics for discussion. The show is spiraling out of control, and the audience are now in charge. You're beyond the 50-foot nerds.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we are now beyond the 50-foot nerds. The show is over. We hand it over to you. Who's got any questions and why? Doug usually starts us off. Doug.
I do. Right. So when you guys were talking before about Ghostface and saying if it continues to go on and it does what the franchises do, does it go to space? My question is, with Ghostface, so you've had Freddy versus Jason, Alien versus Predator, who would Ghostface be?
Such an original question. We haven't discussed this
I
before
know,
the show.
right?
It's amazing. Personally, I'm going to go
Means
with
I
the
can
answer.
bank my question for next month now as well.
Okay, there you go. Okay, yeah. So I mean, for me, it's going to have to be Michael Myers, purely because he's also a killer that wears a mask. He stalks the young kids still in high school and things like that. You know, you do drink, you do drugs, you're going to get murdered. Yeah, I just think that two mass killers would be a good one to go up against each other. So yeah, I think the Shape.
I personally would go the meta shit route. So it's got to be Ghostface versus Freddy because they're both Wes Craven's creations.
Okay.
Well, no, Ghostface
But
is technically a creation of Kevin Williamson.
Well,
If you wanna get
yeah,
technical about this.
still a Wes
If you
Craven
wanna really get
film.
technical about this.
So it's still a Wes Craven movie.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I'll give you that. But
And you know, because I always have time for New Nightmare. So basically,
movie. We were talking about that, weren't we?
New
I need
Nightmare
to watch that soon.
meets Scream. So Ghostface and that version.
so
of Freddy.
Ghostface is stalking Wes Craven.
Yeah, that would work.
Okay, it'd be very difficult to do.
I mean, admittedly, yes.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Has the audience got any ideas?
the Scarecrow
Jeepers
fella.
Creepers. Oh, Ghostface versus Jeepers Creepers.
I mean, to be fair, it would be a Jeepers Creepers movie we'd then be able to talk about without having to worry about dipping into controversial subjects.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
mine is Jigsaw. I would have the Ghostface in the traps trying to get out, and they have to. But with the twist is they have to kill people to get out as well. So they're gonna they have to maim themselves in some horrible way, but then have to kill people as well.
I did the improv comedy thing I've been watching, which is where I got the idea to do that thing. One of the prompts that they gave was they got two of the comedians. It was Jigsaw, but Jigsaw has forgotten to set anything up. So the guy wakes up in the room. He's like, "Oh, where am I?" He's like,
In the room, in the middle of the room, you'll see a box.
"No."
What? Hold on, just one sec. Okay, can you see, is there an X painted on the wall?
No.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
He's just like that, trying to work things
That's
out.
awesome.
Yeah, it was really good how they did it. Yeah, that's a good one. That one.
So that was my question. I said this to Mike before. I'm going to constantly ask this every single month.
Okay.
What's new to you? Is what have you caught up with? What film have you finally got around to watching that may be really, really old, a few months old, but you've actually enjoyed it?
So the only ones that I can really think of that I've watched recently, I mentioned to you that I watched Pearl, and I really enjoyed that. It's much better than X, in my opinion. I need to watch Maxine, which is the third one now. I'll get round to that. But Pearl's very, very good. It's got your Superman in it, which is, good fun, that one.
I've watched Maxine.
Have you seen Maxine?
Yeah.
Well, it's the third one.
porn star.
Was it what?
The one about the porn star.
I don't know. I've not seen it yet, but I would presume so. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
I'd
it.
say it's got Mia Goth in it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool beats.
That's the third one of the trilogy, but Pearl's spot on.
That's the
It
So I've
really
watched
gives-
the third thing.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Sake, man.
It really gives off very, because it's set like during like the I'd say it's technically it's set in just at the end of the Second World War, but it gives because they're in the middle of nowhere, rural farm. It gives very Texas Chainsaw vibes, and you can tell that it was during the pandemic when they shot Pearl. There's no fucking around. Everyone's wearing masks because they're worried about this new flu that's coming around and things like that. Yeah. So it gives a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, she's fucking brilliant in it. And literally the end of the movie, like the last shot of the movie, she has to be there and smile. And she just holds this smile for like 3 minutes straight, but she's just like, and she's getting like more and more fucking unhinged while the credits are rolling over her face. She's just like smiling, like holding it.
I will give it a go.
And I won't tell you why she's doing that or who she's doing it to, but she's just smiling at someone. It's so fucking unnerving. Just this close up of her face smiling. Oh, it's brilliant. I loved it.
To be fair, movie-wise, we've kind of covered everything that I've watched recently already, because I've been the DC animated, so finished off Crisis, the Middle Earth movies, watching those at the moment.
What was that thing I started watching? Hold on 1 minute, I'll look it up.
Twisters and Deadpool, obviously. The one thing I think potentially, and this might be triggering for somebody, I watched Rebel Moon Part 2.
Oh, fuck off.
There you go.
I haven't yet, but I'm going to.
Seize Them. That's it. I started watching Seize Them.
You know what? And it was not awful. It was exactly what I expected it to be, which is sci-fi 7 Samurai.
Yeah,
I accepted it for what it is, and it
Zack
wasn't
Snyder movie to be a big Zack Snyder movie.
It was 2 hours I didn't feel was a complete waste of time, and was entertaining enough.
I will give it a go. I will watch all those.
I started watching Seize Them, which I didn't really pay a full attention to, and it just didn't seem great. But it should be when you look at the cast. So in the cast, you've got Jessica Hines.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, you've got Lolly Adepope.
Yes.
You would have seen her on Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Nicola Coughlan.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You've got Paul Kay.
Yes.
You've got Nick Frost.
Yeah.
James Acaster. You've got loads of really, really fucking Nitin Gantara, who was Ganatra rather, who was on EastEnders. You know, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
I recognise him. Yeah. There's loads of really, really good actors in it, but the movie itself just isn't that good. It's just not good.
It can happen sometimes.
It kind of wants to be a Holy Grail. That's the way. It's kind of Holy Grail, kind of mixed with Your Highness, the one that was it James Franco did and stuff like that. It's like one of those, but it just doesn't. It's missing something, But yeah.
TV wise, we've just started Chaos.
That any good?
Netflix. Yeah, we're loving it. We're loving it.
You love everything, though.
I know.
You love everything.
I'm the fucking nothing less than 3 stars on Netflix over here.
Not true.
Not
true.
Letterboxd rather. How many stars did you give the Killing Moon? Not Killing Moon. Fucking
Rebel Moon.
Yeah.
Half more than I gave part 1.
Okay.
So
which
that
was
3.5. I gave part
Ladies
2.
and gentlemen, I may be a simple country lawyer, but I'll rest my case. Fuck you.
No, Chaos is great. Especially, I went through a period in my sort of teens where I sort of knew my Greek mythology quite a lot. Okay. So
you geeked out on it.
Yeah. And
of course, this was when Greek mythology was new.
What a cunt.
We didn't call it mythology back then. Yeah. We just called it Wednesday.
Yeah.
Why the Greek guys from Yorkshire? I've no idea. That's why we call it Wednesday cock.
Hey up, son, it's me, Plato.
We're quite enjoying that. I'd say give that a go, because
since the last time we spoke, I started fucking Dexter.
Did he know?
Oh.
Did you get consent from him?
I love Dexter. And when I have a sitter for you, I'm just going to go over it.
Okay.
I like the first 4 seasons quite a lot.
Yeah.
Of Dexter.
Series 4 is just it's perfect television. It's like Breaking Bad.
I never finished it.
Yeah. So
right, for the record, I gave 16 candles 2.5
season
stars.
Dexter is brilliant.
Oh. Yeah, I really don't rate it.
What's that?
16 Candles got 2.5 stars.
Oh yeah, that's because it's a bit rapey. That's why.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
And the rest. Shin Godzilla I only gave 2.
You
I
can
told
kiss
you
my
that.
fucking ring piece.
I really do not rate Shin Godzilla. It's basically fighting Godzilla by committee.
Okay, but you're missing the fact that your words "fighting Godzilla" are in there.
And Godzilla looks like the Chewits monster.
Okay. That's still better than how he's looked in some of the other movies, trust me.
Oh, it really isn't.
Oh, it fucking is.
It really is awful. Sorry, carry on.
Right, so I'm about to do the what did they call it? New Blood, Dexter New Blood.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
the
reboot
So
series.
this is the bit I've never seen, so we're probably going to start that in the next couple of days.
Then we got the new series coming out, the prequel series coming out soon.
Because I do so many hours, I'm lucky to get 2 episodes in a night.
Yeah.
I don't get to binge properly like we used to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, oh, poor dog. Only gets to watch 2 episodes.
I know, it's an hour and a half.
Go to bed, do 14-hour days.
You used to go around and fucking play Magic all day. Oh, such a hard life.
Yeah. Oh, fucking no bad.
19 decks, well.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got any questions, Big Spuds? Oh, I won't go call you Big
right.
Spuds from now on.
Okay.
I will. I'm going to call you Kath Big Spuds from now on. I like that.
What TV series that has been cancelled would you bring back? That's never been back, you would bring back?
I've got the answer. I've got the answer immediately. The moment you said it, it triggered me so hard. Did anybody watch Reaper?
Yes, I saw a bit of it. Yeah.
Kevin Smith
the
did
the
the
pilot,
first.
yeah.
Right.
Kev.
That ended right on a massive cliffhanger, and the guy, E4, I think it was on. Right,
yes,
so
it
the
was.
guy who's doing the voiceover for E4,
In the trade, we call them a continuity announcer.
the continuity announcer,
Yeah.
basically said, "Okay, so that's the end of the series, and it's not coming back." Gutted. And I was like, "What?
Fuck you, Doug. Next up.
that was it. So it never
Chelsea.
ever ended, and I was personally, if I went back and watched it now, it could be shit, but I don't care. I was so invested,
Yeah.
so invested in it. There was no place for me to go, and I didn't binge it. I
know.
waited every month, and I think it was 3 or 4 seasons.
I know what my
So
answer
it's
is.
Reaper for me.
Okay, I know what my answer is. And it's a fairly recent TV show. I want a third season. Is it 3rd season? No, 4th season. Whichever one it is. I want another season. Not a reboot, another season. A continuation of Santa Clarita Diet. Yes. I fucking love that show. And
Why
it ended
not?
on a cliffhanger. I'm like, why?
Why not?
Netflix, you bunch of bastards.
That is Timothy
So
Olyphantastic's
good.
best role ever.
Oh, it's amazing. And obviously, Drew Barrymore's
And
fantastic in
I
it.
don't know who the boy is who's in it. The kid, the friend of the daughter.
Yeah,
That kid has got comedy timing.
He is our new Jimmy Olsen at Scarlett Johansson. Yeah. And obviously the girl from
Can't
that,
wait.
she's in Yellow Jackets.
I spotted
Yeah.
her straight away. But
Yeah.
oh my god, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's our new Jimmy
He's
Olsen.
brilliant. He's got comedy timing. Okay, bye, Gav. See you later, mate.
See ya.
Whispering in your ear.
That was fucking creepy.
Enjoy that rubbish.
In your ear like that.
All right, fucking hell.
Okay, I'm going now. In fact, she went first. Like, what's going on?
It's not just me then. All right, okay, cool. Yeah. What would you bring back, Paul?
I would bring back a show called Charlie Jade.
Okay.
It's 20 years old now. It came out in 2004. It's a Canadian sci-fi show. It was on the Space Channel over there.
I sure it just wasn't called Charlie Jade.
Charlie Jade.
Jade.
It was probably more likely going to be called something. It was made in South Africa, although it was a Canadian show.
Charlie Jade, eh?
Charlie
Yes,
Jade.
yes.
Yeah.
It's a series we need to bring back.
Yeah, but
You missed it very simply.
actor by the name of Jeffrey Pierce. You might
You
recognise.
looking at you bloody prawn. That's it. That's as far as mine goes.
You'll probably recognise Jeffrey Pierce's face if you saw it. He's been in various bits and pieces. over
It'd be
the years.
difficult to recognise it if I didn't see it. Yeah.
But he plays a private investigator. But it's a multiversal story. He lives in this city, and there's an oververse and an underverse, and one's a nicer place and one isn't. And
That
it's
sounds
sort
like
of
The Expanse.
it
Sounds like
it
season
kind
one
of
The
wibble.
Expanse.
long before we had all these multiversal stories that are in the mainstream now, there was Charlie Jade, and I've still got this on DVD, and I need to go back and rewatch it because I really rated that show, and it was a real shame that they didn't do more of it.
What a great question,
Great
question.
I've got one. I'm
like
just
Charlie
going to
Jade.
find the name of it because I can't remember the exact name of it, but it was on Sky. The Strangerers.
Oh my God, The
Yeah.
Strangerers.
Yeah, with
Wasn't
Mark
it-
Williams and Jack Doherty.
That was written by
The Rob Grant. Yeah.
Rob Grant, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I just need to go and double check, because it was Jack something. I can't remember Jack Doherty's surname. But
Cav,
yeah, that was so
do you
good.
have one, Cav?
Dark Angel for me.
Oh, okay.
Jessica.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
James
God.
Cameron created.
I completely forgot.
Ended on a massive fucking cliffhanger when all the other sort of clones had got out and she was just starting to find them and...
Was that a remake of the Dolph Lundgren movie?
No.
It's an original thing that James Cameron
Oh, right,
created
okay.
for TV.
Yeah, I'm just
Rings a bell,
looking.
but I can't get there.
I'm looking through the cast list for The Strangerers.
It's
so
one of the
good.
it's one of the reasons Jessica Alba is on my list.
Yeah, it was her series. It was like it was like her kind of Alias and things, and
Yeah.
you know. So listen to the cast list for the show. So Mark Williams, Jack Doherty, okay. Sarah Alexander, who you'll know, from like
Stuff.
stuff, yeah. You've got Mark Heap, you've got Milton Jones, the comedian, okay. You've got Paul Darrow,
Yeah.
David Walliams was in it, Morwenna Banks was in it, Dune McKeehan is in it, Tracy Ann Cyberman, she was in it, Ricky Grover, fucking Nina Wadia was in it, Mira Sayal, fucking like loads of people were in this damn show, and it's just this little Sky One comedy. So as you can understand, that's why I didn't get a second
The
series.
Strangerers.
Because no one else saw it.
Rob-
There's about two
Rob-
aliens.
Yeah, Rob Grant basically doing a sort of comedy X-Files.
Yeah, it's three aliens come to Earth, and immediately one of them gets his head decapitated. And essentially, the kind of like the alien race themselves are like carrots, but they've got human form. So they plant this guy's head in a plant pot to try and keep him alive. He's their boss. So they've got two underlings that dress like Men in Black, but they've got the suits and the hats and everything like that, proper like 1950s style. And they have to try and blend in with human society. So they'll go to a pub and order like a full English, and they're just like, what do we do with it? And they have to try and learn how to eat for the first time, because the bodies will obviously waste away if they don't eat and things. It's so good, but like no fucker ever saw it. It was from the same people who brought you Heil Honey I'm Home, the ill-fated Hitler sitcom that Sky decided was a good idea. Yeah, but yeah, The Strangerers, I really adored that show when that came out. I haven't thought about that for a long time, so thank you.
Yeah, Sky tried really hard back in that period to come up with stuff,
Sky original programming
and
was
failed
so
miserably.
To be fair, they had many seasons of Games World. That was cool, and that had Jet as the cheat mistress in it. Jet wearing fucking leather. Oh yeah, thank you.
Jet from the
Jet from Gladiators. Yeah.
I remember because this was like
Yes.
mid-90s. So when I was at university, they did a show that was a bit like Highlander. So you basically had a guy running around with a sword, and it was called something like the Traveller, I want to say, because I remember the theme tune was something traveller alone, blah 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 blah, and yeah, it was not great. And I remember that the female lead was Roger Moore's daughter. I want to say. I have no idea.
He did do a bit, didn't he?
Hang on, what-
I remember that. Yeah.
I want to. Hang on, the Traveller. No.
There you go. Yep. So I'm just showing a photo of Jet from Gladiators
In leather.
in leather. Yeah.
In fact,
I'm sure
that's
the
the
lead.
most
I'm
I've
sure
seen her
Brian.
wear,
I'm
and
sure
she's
Brian
fit
Brown
Oh,
was the
Diane
lead.
Udale. Oh. Yes, please. Not seen it. I've not seen a single episode of the new Gladiators. No. Yeah. Well, to be fair, Wolf was in the Squid Game actual reality game show thing, and he went out in the first round, and he was fucking fuming about it.
He huffed
And he puffed. All right.
Sitter, that one.
Okay. We got
The
any more questions?
Wanderer, that's it. The Wanderer. Yeah, Brian Brown was the lead.
So his name's the Wanderer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wanderer. He roams around.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Any more questions, Andy? You got any questions? No. You come every fucking month. You know we have the Q&A section, and yet you never bring a
You
question.
never do your homework.
Only when there's prizes on offer. I've noticed. I see.
Yeah,
how
you
it
win
is.
all the fucking time. Yeah, with prize.
I see how it is. I see how it is.
Don't make any effort. Otherwise,
I see. Right. Okay.
terrible.
Well, in that case, then, seeing as Andy can't be asked a question, we'll call that an episode.
It's an episode.
Absolute sense to me.
All right. Okay. Well, again, just as usual, first things first. We've got to thank Doug for having us here at Geek Retreat in Warrington. It's the best Geek Retreat in the Northwest.
Word.
We love doing the show here. We love spending time with you, and yeah, you're obviously integral part of the team now.
I love it, honestly. It's the best. I say this every single time. This is what I look forward to. But this is one of the very few things that I can do in this store that is actually for me. We joke about me playing card games and stuff and having 19 decks.
You work hard,
but a lot, even that is work. But this is an absolute treat. Absolutely love it. Thank you very much for choosing us.
Not a problem.
You could have chose anywhere, but you chose us.
I know, I did. That's purely because I was up here quite often anyway, so I thought, why not? Because I knew you were here.
And I'm a yes man. He's like, yeah, let's go, bro.
Yeah, I still remember walking in on that first day and you just went, so you recognise you? I was just
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, okay.
Because I've been listening to TESD from down there at the beginning.
Yeah.
I still listen now. It's part of my regime. I will always listen to it. And anything to do with Kevin Smith, obviously. Yeah, good.
Yeah, cool. I want to obviously thank the audience for coming as well.
Yeah.
You know, I was about to say we can't do it without you. We can. We did it for 10 years without you, but we prefer to do it with you, Goosh. And Paul, you're here. So that is the end of the episode. On that bombshell, we'll leave the episode there. If you like what we do, give us a subscribe on your platform of choice. Share the audio and video versions out. There's obviously the video version. You can find us on Patreon. I say on Patreon, on YouTube. I say video version. That's just like it's audio with a picture that says the 50 Foot Nerds podcast on it. But yeah, it's there. We have the archive on the YouTube. We have a regular video channel on the YouTube as well that we don't really put too much on. But when we do, we'll let you know about it. We have our Patreon, which is patreon.com/50 Foot Nerds. That's FIFTY, you can sign up there from as little as £1 a month, and we put things on there
like that hour of material we did before this show.
Yes. There's a long...
My God, we were talking for a long time, weren't we?
Pre-credits.
We started the show early.
like 20 minutes early.
Because we started so fucking early.
Yeah. So there's a lot of good stuff on there, some interesting tales. And of course, if you get the Patreon version of the show, after the show ends, after any, post-credit chatting that we do, we also put a little song on there for you every month as well, which you won't know if you listen to the normal version. You're missing out. So, we put a little musical interlude on there for you every month. It's always related to the show content, and it's good fun. I like doing it for you. If you want to, buy things from us, any merch or anything like that, you can move over to tinyurl.com/50 Foot Store. That's 50FT Store. You can buy t-shirts, you can buy shower curtains, you can buy clocks, you can buy all kinds of shit with the 50 Foot Nerds logo on there. I'm actually wearing a Dredger t-shirt today. I don't know if you noticed.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Dredger shirt. I actually need to put this design up on Patreon, actually thinking about it. Or have I put it on there already? It might already. I don't know. Shut up, go and have a look yourself. I'm not your mum. Okay, until next time then, I'm not your mum. Come on.
But you are a cunt.
I've been looking at pictures of Jet in leather, and I will continue to do so for the rest of the evening.
All right.
Chickawawa.
On that bombshell, guys, hide your dinosaurs if Doug's around. And I'll see you next month. Geek the fuck out.
Mic drop.
If you've enjoyed the nerdom in your ears, then why not follow us on Twitter at 50 Foot Nerds. You can follow Mike at Mike G. Bell, Amara at Voltsevexoth and at Amara Lunera, and Paul is on at Auton Scouser. Our website is 50footnerds.co.uk. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS.co.uk. You can find all of our YouTube content at video.50footnerds.co.uk or search youtube.com/50footnerds. All of our episodes are archived over at bit.ly/50footnerdsarchive. That's 50FTNERDS archive. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Attack of the 50 Foot Nerds. Email us at 50footnerds@gmail.com or join our Patreon at patreon.com/50footnerds. If you'd like to buy our merchandise, you can visit us over at tinyurl.com/50footstore. That's 50FT store. All of these links and more are available at our Linktree page. That's linktr.ee/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS.